I was gonna give it a little bit more time, but then she started poking me, and so I picked her up. Turn on the thing. I am once again eating during stream because I forgot to eat dinner. I did eat lunch though, which is better than yesterday. Because I fucking forgot to eat until like 6. I'm a bit. You know, I bet it did it again. Hold on. $42. Why? It's always something different, but it's lower. It's always lower. It's never higher than 69. Don't know what's going on. What is this? This is so... Oh, Vanny redeemed post credits. This is security beach music because I was watching someone play security. Okay, that was fast. Anyway, hi. Welcome. I would like to share my Halloween project. Because I've gotten into diamond painting, and I'm not done yet. But here is this. It is a work in progress. Still. I'm having a lot of fun with it. DJ Music Man. Did I sound like Matt Pat? This is very fun. I bought this thing. Or I bought like a whole like kit for it. We're not realizing that this was smaller than the thing I got. It's the whole thing. But look, it turns. It's very bright. We're gonna turn that off. But I have a stand for it too, and it's just the past few days I've very much been just sitting at my desk with it in front of me and focusing on nothing else. But also not just focusing. I mean, I guess it was this and fucking flashback. It was this thing and watching a guy dig a hole under his house. Or dig a tunnel under his house, not just a hole. It had a purpose, I guess. He is currently in the process of making a hole under his driveway so he could drive his car into the hole. With hydraulics. It's a whole thing. It's extremely guy-coded, and I am so into it. Actually, there was the other day where I was explaining how I am in romantic relationships to two guys that I work with, and they're like, "Are you sure you're not a guy?" Because apparently I give off guy energy, which is fine. Oh, I wanted to share the one I had already finished. Hold on. Look. I did this unicorn one. Whee! Look at that. It's very shiny. And I like it a lot. Yeah. Cool. Anyway, let's get our friends in here. I just wanted to kill some time. Let some people come in. Because I usually start. Well, liquid. Thank you. I've got scallop potatoes. Also, while I get this game open, I got $250 from the hospital that I went to for my MRI 4 years ago. I got that today. They told me it was gonna come 3 weeks ago, but sure. I'm glad I got it. They had to refund me because I paid the full price for the MRI myself out of pocket. It actually wasn't that. Like, theoretically, if you think of an MRI, you think it's gonna be especially medical shit, it's gonna be $1,000. It was $250. I paid that. And then apparently my insurance did end up paying, and so they paid me back. But 4 years later. Anyway, hi friends.
Hi.
Hello.
Got to stream the video game. It is free money because I had already accepted in my heart that I wasn't getting that money back.
Right, you paid for it, and you were like, okay,
Oh.
I paid for it. That's not my money anymore.
Hi, ma'am. Hello. Excuse you.
Are you?
She's here
are you
now.
Streaming? Did you start streaming? I just am
Yes.
stupid.
Oh,
It's
I'm
okay.
also stupid.
Why are you biting me?
Oh, you were talking about Selena, though. Okay.
Okay.
I thought you were talking about the game. I thought you started the game, and you were like, "Hi, ma'am," and I'm like, "What happened?"
No, I'm referring
No, it's
to
just
this,
the girl
this girl who
with
jumped
eating
up.
your hand.
No, stop. I was petting you. You liked
Hi,
it.
Coral. Not anymore.
Can you be nice to me?
Nah.
No.
I spent
You're
a lot of
disturbing.
money on this chair.
Most cats are so ungrateful to be
Ow!
petted.
Did you make a Jigsaw reference?
But not you. Not anymore.
Hi.
Yeah.
I was on my mind. I got sent an image of sexy Billy.
Oh, Jesus.
Stupid sexy Billy.
So I said most people are so ungratefully horny, but not you. Not anymore. I'll send it to. Actually, it might be not safe for work. I guess I don't know.
What
I'll
did
put
it not
in
safe for work
not
mean?
safe for work memes. Yeah.
We gotta
The
watch.
channel.
We gotta
Or
watch
specifically.
three or X, whichever one we've decided to do.
We do need to watch whatever's coming next. I would prefer it to not be. I would like to postpone 3 as long as possible.
I would say 4 is the one I dread the most. Actually, no, it's final chapter. That's the meanest one, for fucking no reason.
What's the mean one? What?
The final chapter, 3D. Saw 3D. Was it 7? 7.
Mm.
There's been 3 more movies after that, but it was the final chapter.
I don't think that one's on. I don't think I hated that one the most.
I don't like the trap plot. I think the trap plot is hateful.
That's fair.
Which is, the most majority of that movie.
Yeah, that's fair.
I like everything about the cop plot. I could not give a shit or the fucking anyway.
Anyway,
Fingerprint data.
it's me.
It's
Hi.
you.
I have to talk now.
Detective, we'd like to run a comparison on some prints we found in the boarding lounge. Someday I'll figure out a way to distinguish Athena.
Yes, I have just happened to have compiled the print data of everyone related to this case.
Thank you.
Just
I
happened
just did
to.
it. Just happened to have it.
In the last week. Shasta, I feel like Athena's personality is distinct enough, and
Yeah,
like the dialogue.
here's the thing about Athena. I also haven't figured out a voice for her. She's just been
She just
Goral, which is
She's
like-
a girl.
But she doesn't sound like she doesn't talk like Trucy talks, So it's
yeah,
like
she's
Yeah.
unhinged in a way that we haven't seen in this franchise.
in
Like
this
she's
franchise,
unhinged in a different way. She's
Mhm.
she's unhinged and has brain cells, which is a dangerous combination.
Mhm.
Because most of the women in this franchise are unhinged and have no brain cells, like Maya.
Mhm.
I can always make another copy for myself, so it's all yours. Consider it a gift. Aha.
This is quite a bit of data.
Aha. Well, when I said everyone, I meant it.
Got Apollo's fingerprints.
Prosecutor Blackwell said to dig deep, so that's what I did. It sure took a while, though.
Whoa. He's got Apollos in my prints.
Oh, okay, yeah.
He even got prints for all of the robots.
How? What, huh? I guess when Blackwell said to dig deep, Fulbright didn't bother to ask how.
Clyde's fingerprints are here too.
Blackhole said, when I say dig, you say how deep, and he was already gone.
Yeah. I personally removed his glove during the investigation. We had to get his fingerprints to confirm his identity after all.
Nah, he just has that glove removing kink that the woman who writes Bridgerton does.
Yep. I'm aware of what you're talking about, but that doesn't make it any less weird to bring up. Still can't believe he took off his glove to get his fingerprints.
Yeah, well, you can't blame me for thinking they're important in this case. There are a lot of doors that require fingerprint verification in the lounge.
She's just lurking back there. I assume
robot?
waiting for me to turn around.
Oh. Lena.
Not the cleaning
Yeah,
robot.
not the cleaning robot. The monster girl.
Simon, what are you doing? So depending on whose prints we find, it can completely change the tide for both sides. Haha!
Makes sense. After all, the culprit's prints did get him past the fingerprint lock somehow. For some reason, I'm imagining a Korok whose voice has been replaced with Fulbright.
Yeah!
Oh god.
You found me!
You found me!
That's pretty good.
Take this picture. It might come in handy.
Completely wooden Fulbright.
Yeah.
And he's got two little leaves sticking out on the bottom of his head.
He's got a leaf on the back of his head that makes the shape his hair does.
Yeah, I'm saying, I was
Yeah.
thinking two different leaves make the hair.
Oh my
Let me
goodness.
see.
But it could just be like a maple leaf.
A normal leaf. Simon, what are you doing? Oh,
Crimes.
beans.
Isn't
Rowdy cat hours.
this
Crime boy.
just a crime boy photo of the Launchpad 1 door? She's not actually doing crimes, but she is poised. She's
She's
getting
ready
ready.
for crime.
She's gonna do it.
Simon has been confiscated. Yep, but Prosecutor Blackwell seemed really interested in it for some reason.
Huh? What's so important about this door?
Beats me! But boy, could you see the gears in his head go into hyperdrive at it.
Is it just the fact that the red buttons turned back?
Sounds like this is going to be a major point of contention tomorrow.
Ha! Contention.
Hey, don't forget about the print comparison, boss.
Athena, please stop talking with your mouth open. Right. Detective Fulbright, do you think you could run the test? You have so much teeth. Or should I say so much tooth? You have two teeth.
You have to too.
You could run the test for us right now.
Ay, ay, ay. You just leave it to me! In justice we trust! Beep. Okay, here we go.
I also just noticed that the outline of his fingers is not completely set onto his model because there is transparency. So you can see a little bit of his nose
Yeah.
through his fingy.
Oh.
It's really hard to see on my stream preview. If you don't have it as big as I do right now, it's harder to tell.
Interesting. Well, looks like it was Mr. Starbuck who opened that security door.
He must have opened it when they went to board the rocket.
His heart must have been full of hopes and dreams for a space adventure right then.
Launchpad 1 door lock updated. Okay, bye. Nope, not autoplay. I guess.
finally-
I honestly figured that would be the last thing.
No, we gotta find the cute girl that you sensed.
I thought the cute girl was going to testify tomorrow, so I didn't think we were going to meet her today. Okay, well, is there other things I can present to you? What about a bullet?
Get out of my house.
Aha! That is a bullet.
Something for the lost and found. I'll be sure to take care of it.
A bullet? No, this is an important piece of evidence.
Well, then why did you show it to me?
'Cause you're a cop. I don't know, man. I don't know how
Well,
this
think
could-
harder about it next time.
That really can't go in the lost and found. It is a hole in the wall.
We'll find a way.
Just real fast. Just
Aha!
real quickly. Just get those fingies up, dude. Detective, about the security footage that was taken by the boarding launch 1 camera.
Oh, that footage! Go ahead and ask me anything you'd like about it.
Is there any way I could see a little more of the part just after this?
Easy as pie. I'd be glad to show you. Here we go.
Oh damn. Actual things.
Yeah, I'm sick of these security cameras just being pictures.
they turned it off.
Images.
Yeah, huh? The screen went blank.
Yes, apparently the after effects of the explosion damaged the wires. So there's no footage after this point.
Why didn't you just say so from the beginning? Yeah, haha. Okay, there we go.
Yeah.
Something definitely seems to be up with you, detective. You're unusually cooperative.
Well, I just figured if we work together, we'll get that much closer to justice.
Can we Magatama it, please, God?
Right?
Please, I want to Magatama this man.
It seems like
Justice.
something's really been bothering you.
Justice.
Justice is bothering you?
Apollo?
Apollo?
He's in the hospital.
Don't
You
worry
don't have some
about it.
ulterior motive, do you?
What? I don't know what you're talking about. I would never do anything like that.
We didn't accuse you of doing anything. Yeah! Yeah!
Your wish is granted.
Yes! Yes! This music.
It's updated.
We've heard in the DLC as well, but
Oh, we did.
it's
Yeah.
been a while, but those locks are definitely psych locks. The best minigame.
Hmm? Did you just mouth psyched? Is there something I should be psyched about?
Wait,
Yeah,
okay.
that's some good perception, though. I gotta say, like,
Is this canonizing that Phoenix doesn't say this in his brain? He does actually say it under his breath, and that's why everyone can fucking hear him?
what the
observant feet.
the blue text?
Yes. Also, I am trying to take a screenshot of his fingies for the people who have the stream a little bit smaller.
it's pretty small.
Oh god, stupid.
Oh, I do see it.
Stupid sexy
Yeah.
Billy. That's not
It's
what
the
I meant
outline.
to look at.
It's the stupid, right?
Stupid sexy Billy.
I agree. I agree.
I love his eyes in that shot.
He knows. No, psych lock. It's a system of locks on the secrets in a person's heart.
Or just explaining it to him. Okay.
I technically this is the first time in the game that this is
No,
supposed to happen.
I get
but
why
yeah.
you're doing it. I just think it's very funny that we're explaining it to fucking Fulbright. Of
Yeah,
all
Brett,
people.
I can see you're lying to me physically in the space right in front of you.
Mhm.
Just so you know.
Oh, by the way, ghosts are real.
Right?
I know multiple people who can talk to them.
What? Ghosts?
And I also proved it in court that ghosts exist.
No!
And we exercised
Phantoms are
one
real.
in the courtroom.
That can't be right!
There's a whole thing about it, and no one ever talks about it anymore.
I don't believe you.
I can see when people are trying to hide those secrets, by using the power of this Magatama.
Oh, well, what if you didn't have it?
He grabs it and runs.
Police property now. Seizure lock. Goodbye.
Asset forfeiture. Presenting evidence can break those locks and reveal any secrets they're hiding.
If you didn't have it, you can't see my lying.
Consider piss.
Mr. Wright, how much did they bilk you out for that piece of rock? If you've been swindled, I know some lawyers I can introduce you to.
I'm more than capable of representing myself, thank you very much. And I'll have you know that I got this from a girl who can talk to ghosts. So it's perfectly reasonable.
I think you need some help.
I don't think I paid for it either.
I didn't pay for it. She just gave it to me because actually she wanted me to give it to Pearl. And then Pearl was like, here's some magic on it. Here's some magic stank. It isn't some kind of fraud. It really works. A friend gave it to me long ago.
We can't name her.
But I guess seeing is believing. Allow me to show you.
A friend gave it to me a long time ago. It's technically someone that you actually know. It's Maya, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, Maya gave it to
Not
him, but
Pearl.
Pearl powered
Yeah,
it,
and
and he has met Pearl.
Yeah.
So, let's see what presenting the Magatama will reveal, shall we?
No.
Take that!
I will not. Get your stinky rock away from my face.
Sorry, it's been in my lint pocket for 8 years.
My lint pocket.
No, your pocket for lint?
I have my pocket for lint. My Mia told me I could never leave home without it. I think you're hiding something, detective. So why don't you just tell us about it?
What to do? Which path is the path of justice?
Detective Fulbright
Fulbright.
is really in agony.
Detective Fullbroad.
All right.
Detective Full Frontal. I bet this issue was torn over. I mean, it's probably justice. He's always torn up about justice. I really understand what's been bothering you, Detective. I truly do. Something happened that goes against your principles, isn't that right?
No! I don't know what you're talking about. Until the explosions occurred, everything was just fine.
Is that a fact?
Yep. Peaceful as peaceful can be. Everyone whistling a happy tune as they did their job.
And everyone clapped.
And everyone clapped. You never saw a more relaxed guard detail for a routine rocket launch.
I don't think the guard detail was relaxed as you claim as long as this exists. Gun?
I mean, the fact that she did immediately go to shoot him.
Yeah. I think it's gotta be the bullet hole. Despite tight security. Boom jams.
Take that!
Before the explosions, what was supposed to happen here was a rocket launch. What was supposed to happen here was a rocket launch. And yet, security was so tight that we needed lube. They even brought in a special
Alex.
task force.
Okay. All right.
I'd hardly describe that as a relaxed guard detail.
All right. Ah! No, hold on just one moment. The entire nation had their eyes on this extremely important rocket launch.
Just said it was so light.
Yes. That's why I was called in on a special security detail.
As versatile as you are, I can certainly believe that that's true. But I say it's very strange that this person was part of the detail from the onset. Yeah, maybe the bomb defusal specialist, huh? Why was she here? Detective Arms specialized in bomb cases. The fact that she was here on hand means that you people knew there was a possibility that a bombing would occur.
You got me, Mr. Right. Do you like that?
I did.
Mm-hmm. Please, I'm sorry.
I could see you win. It's just as you say. A few days before the launch, they were warned about a potential bombing.
A potato bombing.
But the plan to launch went ahead in spite of the threat. Threat?
But why? What were they planning to do if someone got hurt or killed?
Just this. Exactly
Yeah,
what we
I
did now.
know. I know. The decision to move forward wasn't exactly just, was it?
How was the warning delivered?
By phone and directly to Director
Oh
Cosmos.
God.
But the police department instructed everyone to keep it under wraps.
Of course it was Cosmos. Cosmos wouldn't have stopped fucking anything. He would have done exactly this and refused to stop. If you gave it to literally anyone else, they might have actually stopped it. That's a big thing to keep quiet about. No wonder you were so upsetty.
Upsetty spaghetti.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not only that. I've been distraught about Prosecutor Blackwell as well.
Oh, y'all big up. Prosecutor Blackwell? Well, as his handler, I'm sure you have a lot of difficulties.
That's not it. It's a question of justice. I've been wondering about why he's allowed to stand in court.
That's a good fucking question.
The reason he's still prosecuting? Detective Fulbright, please tell us everything you know.
This looks like the Crunchyroll symbol.
Give us all the juicy details.
It kind of does, yeah. Oh god, he's talking so much. Well, talking to you folks about it would definitely be breaking the rules.
Never mind that. What are rules but things to be broken, right?
Well, to tell you the truth, having a prisoner act as a prosecutor is highly irregular.
You don't say.
I think we've guessed that much.
So why is it being allowed? I've been wondering and wondering about it.
Oh, he's sucking the chief prosecutor's dick, that's why.
So you weren't told why either, huh?
Mm-hmm. No, I guess the order came from pretty high up the ladder.
Yeah, it would had to have. Jesus. I get, like, that is a sentence, but good God, is it better written than it is said?
But Prosecutor Blackwell told me once. The hunt I've been on is for the phantom of 7 years past continues even still.
7 years ago. Right after I lost
7
my
years
marriage.
past?
A phantom, huh? Not one of the friendly variety, I gather.
It's not Danny.
It's not Casper either. This Phantom of the Opera. Any idea who or what he's talking about?
Not a clue! But he seems to think this phantom is behind this whole incident somehow.
Oh, wait a minute. He thinks they may be connected to this case?
Yep. This case has way too many similarities to what happened 7 years ago. For starters, the case happened right here at this very space center, too.
Was Apollo here?
And
He
in
did
both
it.
incidents, a threat was issued via telephone.
So that's why Prosecutor Blackwell thinks this incident is the work of the Phantom?
Well, that's not the entire reason. I mean, if you want to talk about 7 years ago, that's when Prosecutor Blackwell was found guilty of murder. That messy case, what started the whole dark age of the law.
That was the start of it. I thought it was when I lost my badge.
Well,
I thought I
I
was the
the
center
first.
of the universe.
So you see how this Phantom and Prosecutor Blackwell's conviction might be related.
Yeah, I can see why you think that. If he thought he was the center of the universe. Memory is stored in the balls. This incident and the Phantom, not to mention Blackwell's past, is almost inconceivable that they would come to head here. It's not the last case, but this is usually kind of when things start getting ramped up.
This might sound crazy, but Prosecutor Blackwell can't possibly believe Mr. Starbuck is this Phantom person, right? I mean, he was acting kind of strange during the last trial and all, but... Oh, I was judged too, wasn't I?
I don't remember
Yeah.
anymore.
The prosecution appears to be ready as well.
Silence.
Not yet. I'm not quite ready yet.
Hmm?
Yeah.
Everyone just starts making noises, starts making noises at each other.
Ah!
Woof, woof, woof. Bark, bark, bark.
Someone becomes
Sorry,
Toad.
Simon. No doubt he thinks Mr. Starbuck is his Phantom. But I do get the feeling that he thinks the defendant has ties to them. Which is why he's acting so impatient. He's got a personal grudge against Mr. Starbuck. And that's not real justice. I've always trusted in Prosecutor Blackwell's judgment until now. But this time, I'm just so overwrought about it all. If he's lost his ability to think rationally, I'm afraid it might lead to a false conviction.
I've never seen Detective Fulbright so tormented. This must be why he's so cooperative. Don't worry, that's exactly why we defense lawyers are working to... That's exactly what we defense lawyers are working to prevent.
I feel bad for Prosecutor Blackwell, but I'm going to be rooting for your team this time. But, don't tell him that. You have to promise me you won't!
Detective Fulbright, I guess I was wrong about you.
I swore to reform Prosecutor Blackwell and make him a valued member of society again. So I can't just sit by and watch him give in to his emotions and tear the defendant apart. You are the only ones who can stop him in court.
Yeah, but a gun would stop him in reality.
That's not
No.
justice.
He'd just cut through it with his sword.
Cut through the bullet?
Yeah.
Yes.
He could tank a bullet. He could tank a bullet.
Yeah, absolutely.
In a fight?
No, don't do that. You really care and what's best for Prosecutor Blackwell, don't you, Detective?
hot and acceptable. Who was that? Who?
It was
Blackwell.
about Blackwell.
Oh, okay. Leave the courtroom to us. It's not like we want a guilty verdict either.
Hot and acceptable came
I was
immediately
hoping
after.
you would say that. I'm really grateful to the two of you.
Immediately after Thirsty and after Fulbright.
Mm.
Mhm,
So Blackwell was hot and acceptable.
mhm. To show my thanks, I'll give you another bit of information. It's about the eyewitness. Why do I keep talking? I saw her hanging around the Space Center entrance a little while ago.
if you are also voicing the fucking witness, that's gonna be real fucking funny.
Kill me.
Really? Then let's go find her, Mr. Wright.
Thanks, you two. I feel a lot better now that I've been able to get that off my chest.
Your big fucking chest.
I'm going to work extra hard to find that perfect piece of evidence for you. In justice we trust on 3. 1, 2, 3. In justice
Justice
we trust.
trust. I'm not even here. I just wanted to say it.
Okay. Later.
You had to fill in for Phoenix because I wasn't gonna say it. Phoenix's voice deprotagonized for a second.
There he goes.
Bye. Wait, were we supposed to say "In Justice We Trust" back
There
then
he
too?
It's canon. He didn't actually say anything.
Let's go see the witness now.
Okay. The Space Sensor entrance it is.
Sensor.
Yay.
Space sensor.
The Space Sensor. The witness must be around here somewhere. It's another robot.
Hello. Hello.
Oh, don't tell me the witness is a robot.
Hello. Come over here.
Athena,
I never know what emotion this is supposed to be.
I think it's I think it's when you talk to little kitty. Come over here. You know, like.
No, but the
Sure.
face.
Yeah,
Well,
the face
yeah,
is,
that's what I think.
interesting.
I think that is what it's attempting to communicate. Hello. Hello. Are you sightseeing? Are you lost? Are you? I am Clonko. Shall I guide you? Guide you?
I don't know why, but this robot is kind of freaking me out.
This robot's got a speech impediment, Athena. Don't worry about it. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
This is Alex.
Oh, okay. Hey, you're not supposed to be wandering around. I don't know who this is, so that's what it is for
Probably
right
hot
now.
girl.
Yeah! this one's the one who's alive! Again? I've had it with you, hunk of junk.
Gah.
I see you gave relief by the robot who gets abused. By a hot lady.
I'm perfectly content with this. I'm outside. Am I wandering? When did that happen? Oh, God.
All of these robots have dementia. He's got robo-dementia. Okay, welcome back, hunk of junk. You don't know how close you came. If you didn't snap out of it, I was going to put you on the curb on trash day. Nothing works better than a 42.5 degree karate chop. That's pretty specific. Excuse me, are you the one who witnessed the murder? Oh, and I'm Phoenix Ray, the lead attorney on the case. Anyway, how are you? How do you do? That what? Big shot lawyers, huh? I'm Aura Blackwell. What?
Interesting.
Is she supposed to be British too?
I think the implication is that Simon is a
Simon's
a
faking?
weeb for British.
Brita
I
boo?
think, perhaps, maybe,
Really
perchance.
unclear.
So do what you
Or
want.
maybe she just lost the accent in science camp.
Sure.
She
Be
went.
honest, she's been in science camp forever.
Every single summer they sent her
She's
to
never
Florida for space camp. And so she picked up a Floridian accent.
Cosmos was like, listen, space is American. You are going to speak American.
You're gonna speak American if you're gonna work here.
Speak American if you're going to space.
I'm a researcher developing robots here at the Cosmos Space Center. Here's the thing, I don't know how to do a Floridian accent, so. Blackwell.
It's just,
Could she
you
be?
know.
There is a transatlantic kind of thing, yes. There is also the Hispanic of it all. There is also the Southern of it all. So it's a wild mix between all three of those, and it's really hard. And this good-for-nothing robot is named Hunk of Junk.
My name isn't Hunk of Junk. My name is Clonko. That's mean, Miss Aura.
Oh no, they stand up for themselves. Oh, Clonko. I do love her sprites though. Quit complaining, and your model number is Ponko too. Ponko?
Ponko.
Ponko, yeah, okay, we met Ponko, yeah.
Ponko-2.
But Miss Aura, everyone calls me Clonko.
Quit your squawking already.
Oh man, she looks so good in HD. No! What are you doing? No! Don't.
There. I bet you won't be talking back now. Is that a screwdriver or a syringe?
Yes.
Yes.
Gah, I will obey completely.
Yes, ma'am. Yikes! Better watch what wires I cross with this one.
It's okay, they're not people.
Can you tell me anything about this piece of evidence, my badge?
They seem to feel pain, but you know.
Even if I could, I wouldn't tell a
Fine.
filthy lawyer like you. What a pleasant response. Don't call me filthy in public, please. That's the only thing Phoenix wants to talk about is her last name. Nothing else. Fuck the case. I need to know this right now. This is the only important thing. Your last name is
It's
Blackwell.
very pressing.
Yep. Do you have a relative in the legal profession? I might know a
she's
guy.
relative in the prison profession.
You are correct. Simon Blackquill, who used to be a prosecutor, is...
Wait, Simon was a prosecutor before he was in jail?
We're learning a lot right now.
I don't know! I don't know what he...
wasn't a prosecutor before he went to
I think he went to prison and was like, oh, I think I'm gonna become a prosecutor.
Yes! That's what I thought this whole time!
That's a wild series of events.
People become lawyers in prison!
That is the most unhinged expectation I've ever heard. I've never heard anybody think that.
Listen, he had a lot of free time in jail.
Look, no. I seriously thought he killed someone and then was like, you know what? I'm gonna do my time, but do like the thing that people do where they feel like they need to extra prove themselves that they're a good member of society. So he became a prosecutor. Like, people become lawyers while they're in prison. That's happened. That is true. You don't hear about prosecutors, but people do become lawyers in prison. That's what I thought happened. I had no even hint of a conception that he was a prosecutor before going to jail.
That's really.
I have absolutely been like, yeah, he was a
funny.
prosecutor before going to jail. He's a prosecutor who killed someone. That's why it was a dark age of the law thing.
Oh my god. I just thought it was something about the case was fucking weird. And so they're kind of letting him do his thing. Also, the fact that Clonko's head fits perfectly into her hips is really funny.
It's like Pangea forming between our eyes. Before our eyes.
Oh my god.
Shut up! Only speak when I order you to speak. Simon is my little brother. You know him? Yes, we met in court a few times, right, Athena? What a dull creature. He has her switch... wow. Has her switch been turned off?
Sorry, I'm flashing back to my history of abuse right now.
Athena being shy? This is new. But she's a lesbian, Phoenix. It was bound to happen. Oh, yeah. I heard he was prosecuting again, despite being a prisoner. Why doesn't he just stick to solving disputes among inmates in prison, right? Hey, what do you think, Hunkajunk?
Yeah, Miss Aura, that hurts.
I'm asking you a question. Why don't you answer me? Useless hunk of junk.
Sorry, I'm laughing at Justin. Molly. Sometimes vibes are subconscious. I fully forgot like the roles of Klonko and Ponko. You could not have fucked me to ask to answer like, oh, which one is Klonko? Which one's Ponko? I don't fucking know. You know, if you put pictures of
All
two,
I remembered
like,
was that Ponko was the cute femme one and Klonko was the masculine one.
I didn't remember that.
I knew Ponko was the cute happy robot, and I wanted to be the cute happy helpful robot. But I couldn't remember what Klonko did.
This is incredible.
But Miss Aura, you told me to only speak when you order me to speak.
I told you to never talk back to me. You're worth more as scrap.
Just casually messes with his brains while he's
Yep.
talking. Like, oh god.
Robot abuse, hawk attacks, Black Wolf family life must sure be interesting.
And it's funny, I wasn't involved in the casting of those two, but I did remember which, and I wanted to double check this because Ponko ends in the feminine suffix ko, and in Japanese it's Ponko and Panta, and ta is a masculine ending of the name. So Ponko was kept the same, but Klonko was changed. I don't know why,
Yeah.
but in terms of the naming, she's Klonko and she's Ponko in both. But Klonko is not the same. Probably for being
maybe because if they were both, if
like-
they both started with P, it would be more confusing
probably.
to tell them apart.
Yeah, for an English speaker, it's more confusing if they both start the same.
There's also a really good joke in Japanese. Ponko 2 is Ponkotsu, which sounds like Ponkotsu, which means piece of junk.
Oh, that's. Oh.
That's really funny.
From the very beginning.
Poor Klonko. No.
Well, do you have any other
Sorry.
questions? Wait, of course you do. You're a lawyer. It's not like I'm on Simon's side or anything. I just want to get this over with. Smack. So, you're the person who witnessed the incident? That's right. I was on the 4th floor of the main building. In the robotics lab. The explosion disabled the elevators. So I lowered my emergency ladder like a detective, like the detective leading the evacuation told me to. But it was such a pain. Why couldn't they have made such... God damn it, why can't I talk today? Why couldn't they have used the ladders in the other rooms? Must have been a very troubling experience. Probably best to just humor her here. Then, as I passed by the 3rd floor boarding lounge window on my way down, I saw the crime scene as it happened. And that's about it. So you saw the crime scene as it happened, and that's about it, I see. Wait, what? You saw it being committed? There's no time to just nod and repeat. So you saw the 3rd floor lounge. The very scene of the crime. That's right. There's a small window on the right-hand side of the room. I looked through that from the outside. The room was pitch black, but I saw a shady figure holding a lighter in their left hand. She's got the bolt in the back, too.
It's her hairpin.
And a knife in their right. That must have been the culprit. Did you see who that person was? Of course not. The power was out on that floor, and then there was only that tiny window.
A pretty big window compared to your face.
Yeah, I see. But did you witness the moment of the murder? Yes. I saw the figure with the lighter raise their knife, and it happened precisely at 10 a.m. Did you witness anything else? Did the killer have any distinguishing features? I already told you it was pitch black in there. Although, I did notice that the lighter the person had in their left hand had a pretty ornament on it. It looked like a planet. It was blue. Like a little Earth emblem. They had good taste in knickknacks anyway. An Earth emblem on the lighter? I better remember that.
Court record.
Thank you for your statement. We'll definitely prove Mr. Starbuck's innocent, so that... Phoenix? None of that helped. Yeah, right. I won't hold my breath. Pardon me? Oh, did I hurt your feelings? Sorry. I just detest lawyers, that's all. Why don't you... What do you not like about lawyers?
The delivery of that is great.
It's just an instinctive dislike. But don't feel bad. I hate prosecutors even more. So she did it.
Says sensually.
So she did it this time and she did it last time too. She's like, Simon took the fall for her. That didn't make me feel any better actually. And I'm not too keen on this music. This ominous music. This is so fucking ominous! You know, she's gonna blame it on Yuri, but it's absolutely her. She fucking did it. Don't know how, but she did it. Why do you hate lawyers so much? Little thing from my past. The whole legal system is meaningless in the first place. That's why I'm trying to go to fucking space. I certainly don't agree. I mean, people are imperfect. They lie, they're influenced by silly emotions. You can't expect such imperfect creatures to uphold a reasonable system of law. I like robots much better. Even sad sacks like this one. Hey, you! Look alive there! Oh my god!
Ah! Yes, yes, here I go!
She fucking evil Clocko!
Went Super Saiyan.
I am the ultimate robot. I can operate in a vacuum and extremely under high pressure. We've almost ruled the world. Now it's time to rule mankind.
All right. That's enough of you. You're getting a little too carried away.
Ah! Huh? What was I doing?
Yeah,
He's so sad.
I like robots much better. At least you can make them any way you want them.
This guy's tragic.
Yeah.
Unlike humans with their petty emotions and constant worries.
Hashtag free Clonko.
How can you say such things? Feeling emotions, worrying about the things we care about? That's what makes us human!
Well, the girl finally talks and she starts with a speech. That's what makes us human? You mean getting angry and snorting like that? Rational thought. That's what separates humans from animals.
Fucking love her.
Unfortunately, your reasoning capabilities are more akin to that of a clever little monkey. But that's nothing to be ashamed of. It must be nice to have such a simple mind.
Punch your boss!
Look, she is great. Get a hold of yourself, Athena! Humans certainly are absurd. I said you were clever, didn't I? Poor thing. Tell me, with people like you in charge, how can I possibly trust the legal system? So she distrusts not only lawyers and prosecutors, but the whole legal system. What in the world happened to this woman to make her so bitter?
This is line delivery.
Why is
I just-
Phoenix talking like that?
Because part of me is like, yeah, I agree with her. The legal system sucks ass. And so Phoenix not having any conception about why someone would dislike the legal system when he's been doing this for like 10 years is fucking hilarious.
You were overcompensating to stay in character.
Yes. Because like, why the fuck? Phoenix, the legal system is what made you lose your badge. The legal system is what almost put your friend in jail. Friends multiple times. Friends keep getting arrested and almost put
how
in
many
jail.
innocent people are trying to execute Phoenix?
The legal system is the fucking reason Mia's dead. Like, if she hadn't become a lawyer, she wouldn't be dead. But also, if the Deal 6 incident hadn't happened, she wouldn't be dead. There's a lot of reasons why she wouldn't be dead. But the legal system has done some fucked up shit in this franchise. And the fact that Phoenix is just like, no, but my legal system is like, dude? Even if somebody important to me was killed, I would never wish to see their killer brought to trial. Because I'd much rather kill them myself.
You can't be serious.
Yeah, I know there's just a murder just happened here, but let me talk about how much I love murder and I think it should be legal. I think vigilante justice.
Oh no, she doesn't think it's illegal. She
That's
doesn't
true.
think legal should be a thing.
She doesn't think there should be such thing as legality.
She's a libertarian. That's why she's going to space.
Hmm? That thing you're wearing around your neck. Yeah, they do look like her robots.
Oh, this?
Around Athena's neck? Does she mean widget? Oh, I get it. Well, well. Her Royal Highness has returned at last to her castle. Her Royal what? She talking about Athena? That could mean a million different things, and I know it's probably just a relationship with this place or whatever, because they've hinted at that before. But my first thought was Athena, alien princess. She's an alien. By the way, I heard the rumors. Our director is going to be the star witness in court tomorrow, right? I thought that was you. I thought you were going to be the star witness. Director Cosmos? Yes, that's right.
I mean, she's the one who should be the star witness,
Yeah,
but
wait a
he
second.
existed.
He existed first. But I thought Fulbright told, like, when he first talked about her, he was like, we have a witness. She saw this whole thing. She's going to be testifying tomorrow. I guess she's testifying after Yuri, but that's weird because she's the one who actually saw it.
Like I said, Cosmos insisted. He
That's
will
true.
not be second.
Cosmos really wanted to be first. You're right. You poor things. You'd better be careful. That old man is a big liar and a huge braggart. Who, the judge? What?
Yeah.
Yuri.
I know. I do. He might seem like a bigwig, but the center has all kinds of problems.
Like the murder and the explosions?
Yeah, that happens a lot, actually. It's kind of routine. He has a lot of skeletons in his closet. Literally. Every time someone doesn't make it back, we just have a closet for their skeletons.
Doesn't let us bury them.
They don't make it back, but we put their skeleton in his closet.
Okay, that
Alex,
is
make it
liquid.
make sense. Alex,
I mean,
make it make sense.
I mean, don't make it back alive.
Okay, but you ended the sentence that they don't make it back, so they're still in space.
Their skeletons come back. Their souls do not.
It's the
But
personhood
the
that
moon is
doesn't return.
haunted.
Okay. Also, so she did spray it out like it was a
She
liquid.
did. Yeah.
What
yeah.
conducive ass liquid?
It's battery. It's battery juice.
acid. It's just battery acid.
Oh, so
battery
it's the
juice.
queen.
It's queen. She is queen. I could not do Queen voice for her. Queen voice is too much, but it is British.
Oh, I now that you've seen her deal a little bit more, the kind of idea was like, with the two of them is like he's kind of like old, like archaic, like, and she's kind of she's like retrofuturism, kind of like the
Right.
future kind of. So like the way they have him speak in Japanese indicates like someone who is like from an older time. And kind of they couldn't figure out a way to do that in English that made any sense, and so they kind of went for like Victorian Gothic kind of British as a way to sort of evoke age.
It
So
is
that's
it is really funny that he's the
Oh,
old
no.
one, but he's the
So-
younger brother.
Yes, no, it's, there's like a bunch of like it's all funny, right? Like these two are hysterical conceptually, and I'm obsessed with them. I love Aura so much.
She's very
Um,
cool.
She's so funny. The fact that for you, she is just like hitting this robot over the head, like all the. I don't know. I love her so much. But yeah, that's a little bit of behind the scenes of why he's British and she doesn't like her voice isn't written that way.
Yeah.
Right, like he like talks like he's from like an old samurai movie.
So you're
Right.
saying that she
Like
should have a
Victorian.
really
Yeah.
pronounced transatlantic. She should sound like an
Well, I
old
kind of love
movie.
that. I kind of fucking love that. Oh man.
Oh god, I couldn't even think about it. I would need to watch a Mad Men.
So I think the equivalent was like
Right.
borrowing from like Shakespeare, kind of, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that would be an insane thing to do for an entire game. If they were like,
Yeah.
dost thou plead guilty? but it's your problem, so why should I care? But that's it? No friendly tips? No good luck, guys? Just splendid. I'll leave you to your woes. Come on, hunk of junk. Are you Yuri's granddaughter and he doesn't remember you?
I don't think she bears enough of a family resemblance to anyone here.
Okay, but that's never stopped this game before.
That's fair.
It's sad to me that she doesn't believe in our legal system anymore. Actually, now that I think about it, the precedent is set that essentially if you're siblings, you're kind of twins. Like, you're twins, but smaller. That is, other than the two other than Aura and Simon, so far, I think every single sibling has looked remarkably similar. Though Trucy does have different eyes, I guess. But she also has a different dad, so.
Which of you dyes your hair? Or is it both of you, Black Quills?
It has to be both of them. I
both
understand
of them.
black could be their natural color and she's dyeing it, but there's not a chance in hell he's not doing it for edginess. I bet you they're blonde.
You're so right.
Oh, God.
They're both blonde.
That's
Ew.
so cursed. Oh my god.
That's the most cursed option. Fuck that. No, I don't accept. I do not accept it.
She must have had a very bad experience to make her feel that way. I'm saying out loud.
Damn, she sucks, I say as the lady walking away from
Yeah.
me.
Are you alright, Athena? You seem very down.
I just can't believe she said all those things.
I don't know, she's just like a nihilist. Wow, she's pretty upset. Has she been trying to not let it show all this time?
Well,
I guess that's not all that surprising. You hear about fabricated evidence and false indictment on the news all the time. Not that I've had any experience with it.
I mean that whole Dark Age of the Law nonsense? I'm so sick of hearing about that.
Same. Well, all we can do is believe in what we're doing.
Yeah. You're right, boss. I agree.
Maybe it's time we went back to see Mr. Starbuck.
Good idea. We should tell him about the bullet and Miss Blackwell's statement.
I just, like, the way Phoenix is talking about the law baffles me. I know they're trying not to, like, explicitly, spoil anything from previous games, but not even, like, a
Yeah.
Like, I have personal experience with the law being shitty. He's just straight up
No.
like, you hear about it? Did he get bonked on the head last year? Did the amnesia thing happen to him again?
Did he get a magic trick?
That's a pretty big point with a lot of people like criticizing this game is like they really just sort of dropped the ball on Phoenix's characterization.
Yeah.
They just sort of like did a factory reset.
He's just like,
on
I've never experienced anything in my life. I'm Phoenix Wright. Nothing bad has ever happened to me.
Yeah, they
Anyway,
sort of
who's
walked
this
back
kid?
a lot of character development, and they're like, "All right, it's just Phoenix Wright, lawyer dude."
Points to
Just
Trucy.
Phoenix Wright
Don't know how
at
that
18
happened.
Or being like isekai'd into his own body at age 30.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Yeah, that's basically what it feels like.
Phoenix Wright, like, freshman year Ivy University, gets fucking Freaky Friday'd into his own body when he's 30. He's like, I got a kid? I'm a lawyer? Okay. I'm not an art student anymore, but this is fine, I guess. My life must have been real cool if I'm a lawyer and I have a kid. Don't know where she came from. She won't tell me who her mother is. Alright then, next up, the detention center. Very upbeat music for just talking to someone who's just like, I want to kill people. I
hey, it's
think
Megan.
people should die.
My lawyers are here. This must be bad news.
We're your lawyers. Who are you talking to?
He's talking about us.
No, who are you talking to? Hey, not necessarily.
He's just talking to himself, yeah.
He's telling the bailiff, and the bailiff's like, yeah, I know. That's why I brought you over here. Because your lawyers are here. We found a new witness. A researcher saw the moment of the murder through the lounge window during her escape.
Really? So they're gonna let me go?
Unfortunately, it was dark and she couldn't identify the person.
I should have known. My stars never aligned just right, too.
But we got a lead too, Mr. Starbuck. The murderer had a lighter with an Earth emblem on it.
Yeah, that could be truly fucking anyone here.
A lighter with an Earth emblem. Whoa!
Did you remember something?
Yup, I sure did. Just a little bit, though.
Anything would be a help. So, please tell us what you remembered.
Clay had one of those.
Yeah, honestly, it might be Clay. Because his fucking name is Earth. Like...
And they definitely don't want to give us anything helpful at this point.
Yeah.
I thought I was unconscious the whole time. But now I remember I woke up for a few brief moments.
Of course you do.
That's huge! Do you remember seeing anything?
I also realized that I would assume this case, because technically they had already done the investigating when the case started, is shorter. Like it's just this court segment and then we're done with this case. That's what it seems like to me. Like I'm realizing the timeline of events, technically investigation 1 and court 1 have already happened.
It was
A
a fairly
lighter.
short court though, because I
That's
remember we needed
true.
to get through it.
That's very true.
So it might have just been something that they needed to establish a few things, so they threw in an extra little bit of court.
Mm.
I saw the flame of a lighter floating in the darkness.
Good. What else did you see? What was nearby?
It was definitely the boarding lounge, so it must have been after Clay carried me there. In the light of the flame, I saw a dark shadow flickering.
A dark shadow. That must have been the third party we've been looking for. Thank you, Mr. Starbuck. Even more help than you know.
If we can prove there was this third person at the scene and that they're the real killer. then you'll be cleared of all suspicion.
The key will be whether or not we can identify this third person in court tomorrow. At least we have something to go on now, and that's a big plus. It's gonna be Clay. I should probably tidy up the evidence a bit before someone mistakes me for a hoarder. Irrelevant evidence tidied up.
His development was that he's the neater now.
Yeah.
Now that we have a
Except for the
glimmer of hope,
office.
I'm suddenly starving.
That he has Apollo.
He is
clean
not
every single
capable of being tidy in the office because all of the rest of them are slobs.
What did we lose? This is always the situation. I never realized what we lost. I think we only lost one thing, but I don't know what it is.
Oh no, we didn't lose that.
I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't know, but I feel like we only lost one thing.
It was to the. I think it might have been in between the oxygen thing and.
From the CD.
Like it was in that general area. It was to the right of the knife. I think.
Whatever it was only relevant to the first court segment, so.
What did we present to? What's his name?
Fulbright?
Yeah.
The autopsy
Presented
report, probably?
the. No, we presented the piece of paper that was about the power outage.
Oh, you know what? We're missing anything about the evacuation.
That's what it was.
Yeah, the evacuation notice is gone. The thing that we showed him about the security being tight.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't we go back to the office and treat ourselves to a big celebration in advance?
Yeah, let's see Trucy, please. For someone who's highly empathetic, you can be surprisingly unsympathetic.
Listen, I have a robot to be an empath for me.
Sympath.
Sympath.
Impact, yeah.
Simp ass. Hey, Trucy.
So you found the strategy for tomorrow's trial, huh? Good for you, Daddy.
Bye, Trucy.
Bye!
Well, it's one step forward anyway. Hopefully it'll give us a fighting chance in court. As long as we can find out who this third person is.
Now let's get something to eat. I'm starving. My vote is for Eldane's noodles.
They're really harping on Eldoon. I mean, granted, he is close. Like, I get it. But,
He's
like,
the one
fact
thing
that
that we're allowed to reference from the last game. Oh, Apollo!
Oh.
Oh shit.
Punished Apollo.
Mm.
What are you doing here? I didn't think the clinic was ready to release you yet. The clinic wasn't ready to let you go.
My wounds are fine. I'm done lying around.
Well, you missed a whole day of investigation, so I'm taking over.
Is that Clay's jacket? The jacket he...
I think so. Definitely a straight thing to do.
Yeah, that's extremely straight, you're right. Apollo! You're supposed to be in bed. Leave the case to us. We'll take it from here.
Thanks, but that's not an option. Not for me.
Apollo. He's got this fucking, like, whimsical, thoughtful, slow blink. You get blown up in a bomb one time and you become the wisest man in the room.
So who do you think he's gonna replace? Phoenix or...
Or Athena? I actually kind of hope it's Athena because I would love to have Apollo.
I don't think it's gonna be.
It's not going to be. But he's probably gonna put. Yeah, Athena has to. We have to deal with her past stuff. But I do still really want the Phoenix and Apollo bonding thing. But...
I think that's never gonna happen. I think the reason for it is because Athena is the one that has a court power, so she's got to be in every court segment.
That's fair. Yeah, because they relegated his shit to investigations. You shouldn't underestimate your injuries, Apollo. And I don't want you overdoing it. Also, Phoenix has fucking nothing to do with this case. The two people that have a lot of history tied to this case, and also Phoenix is here.
I'm fine. I'm not in pain anymore. Besides, they gave me an IV at the clinic.
Love IVs. An IV isn't a cure-all, mummy man. Phoenix, he was in the hospital. His arms are shattered in multiple places.
Anyway, just tell me how the case is going. You guys made any progress?
A suspicious figure was spotted at the scene. We think they must be the real killer.
Suspicious figure, huh? Right.
Why are you doing a knowing, like a knowing glance? I thought you'd be happier than that.
No, don't get me wrong, I am happy. And I fully intend to see Clay's murderer apprehended. Absolutely nothing will get in the way of that.
Clay is your best friend, right, Apollo?
Mm-hmm.
That's right. Best friends since junior high.
Sounds like me and Junie. So what was Clay like?
Well, he was full of compassion and energy. He had a really loud voice.
If the two of you did voice training together now, I bet you'd break a few windows.
You know, I bet you're right.
Aww.
Seems like only yesterday. Clay was a guy who lived for his dreams. He used to talk about it a lot. He was going to be an astronaut and me, a lawyer. Talk well into the night, and even then we never grew tired of it.
Apollo, about that jacket.
Oh, it's Clay's.
Mm-hmm. I knew it.
Knew you were gay.
I knew you were a homosexual.
It's a special jacket that was only issued to members of the Hat Project.
It's the only people I hire.
He was finally able to get one of his own once he was selected for the Hat 2 mission. He always looked so proud wearing it.
You look so hot wearing it.
That's true.
Just when his dream was finally coming true. I still can't believe it. Damn it! It's not fair!
Apollo, I hope you don't try to carry the burden all alone.
You will.
I guess we were both unlucky. My own debut was a disaster.
Debut at what? For your first court case? That was a long time ago, man. You got me off of murder.
Yeah, but he did send his mentor to prison.
That's true. I guess you're right on some of her. Yeah, that case fucking sucked, especially for me. I hated that shit. That trial a year and a half ago wasn't exactly the smoothest of starts.
That was a rough time for me. Clay refused to let me quit.
Clay was there the entire time.
Yeah.
Just off
Mhm.
screen.
Totally there. Yep.
No, don't worry about it. He was there.
Don't you remember him? You said.
They could have
You're
said he
fine,
was like
say.
on some kind of training thing or something.
Don't give up. He was right during his screening exams, too.
Oh, okay, so he was real busy and that's why he wasn't around.
I couldn't have become a full-fledged lawyer without him. That year fine of his was why I'm still standing here today.
You're fine, huh? I'm fine. You're fine, and I'm fine. Or like your catchphrases, weren't they?
Something like that. Sure brings back memories. When we were in junior high, Clay's mom passed away in an accident. But he wouldn't show his sadness to anyone.
Did it happen to be inside an elevator?
One night, found him crying all alone in the school courtyard.
Who's Clay?
Hmm.
I'm sure 3 seconds.
Mom. Get away, Apollo. Don't come over here.
Clay, listen to me. I don't have a mother either.
Lies!
That's not helpful right now.
Oh yeah, that's true. I don't have a mom either, and I'm fine.
Oh?
Oh, babies!
I always think everybody else has a mom. Why am I the only one?
Sick rad! We don't have moms in here!
I'll be mad.
Yeah, mom club.
Yay!
Jesus Christ.
Clay has one hat. He's only ever had this one hat. Oh.
But you know, when I start to feel that way, I yell at the top of my lungs. I holler, I'm fine. And then you know what? I start to feel like maybe I really will be fine. Apollo, justice is fine! Okay, Clay, now it's your turn.
Okay. Clay Terran is fine.
There you go. Now we're both fine.
We're fine. We're fine.
What are you laughing about? See, we're fine.
Laughing about how I'm getting away with my mom's murder.
You laugh first. I'm fine. You're fine. We're both fine.
And Apollo includes this maniacal laughter in his
his story.
recounting.
Fucking Mandark.
Thanks, Apollo.
When you say it out loud, it really starts to feel real.
Phoenix, you gotta tell him that he has a mom. Good God.
Right?
Phoenix,
He just
please
sits through
tell
this
us
conversation.
And as long as you don't give up, you keep on fighting. That's what we
an
believe.
insane game series.
I would love when Apollo is like recounting this and he says like, you know, I told him I don't have a mom, and Phoenix is just like, that's not true.
Why did you lie?
He's like, what? He's like, yeah, your mom's Lamar. Like, what, you didn't know?
Wait, I didn't tell you this?
Ah, shit. You know what? I didn't mean to tell you. Yeah, you two are siblings.
I could have swore I said something.
I
And then she was
fucking...
like, my mom is Limerar?
Oh yeah, Tracy, you too.
Yeah, Jersey. BT dubs. As long as you don't give up. Wasn't there someone else who said something similar? I fucking miss her so much. Oh, that him. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, okay.
Amazing.
I when they did that, my heart rate when they did the flash of light, my heart rate went up because I thought they were gonna flash Mia, and I was gonna lose it. I was gonna be like, how the fuck? Why the fuck?
She exists? Yeah. If I give in to my fear, I'll never find the truth. As long as I don't give up, I can keep up the fight. I almost said forgive.
As long as I don't forgive up. Up killed my mom.
I can only forgive down.
My mom got lost in a hot air balloon. Clay called Mr. Starbuck his mentor and looked up to him. Wonder if I can be a good role model for my staff like Mr. Starbuck. Anyway, that's the last time we're going to talk about that.
I'll never again give a shit about Apollo's mental well-being.
Sorry, Mr. Wright, but I'll be taking a leave of absence.
No! You need to take over this case! This is your plot! You do it!
What? Wait, what do you mean by a leave?
You're really serious. Can you at least give me a reason why?
When I put Clay's jacket on, I swore to him that I would catch his killer myself.
Oh shit, he's gonna team up with Aura. Oh shit!
But that's our goal too.
Yeah, but you guys don't have a gun. I believe with Athena. We should work together to find the truth. You don't have a syringe full of battery acid, now do you?
You just said you believe with Athena.
Oh, I agree with you. That's the same thing.
Close enough.
The truth,
Yeah.
huh? That's a noble cause. What if the truth you seek and the truth I seek turn out to be different?
I'm not sure I follow. What are you saying, Apollo?
I'm going to catch the person responsible for taking my friend's life. In my own way.
Gun full of battery acid.
Take good care, Mr. Starbuck, for me. Now, I must be going. Goodbye.
God damn it.
Goodbye? Did he just say goodbye?
Ace Attorney Investigations 3. It's Apollo this time. And he's out for vigilante justice.
Oh, God, I wish.
I sensed a lot of seething anger and hatred coming from him. And also, suspicion.
Do you think Athena did it? Apollo?
I mean, I was there and didn't tell you about it.
I think you were there several years ago.
Oh, he's not walking out on us like this. I'm gonna go talk some sense to him. Talk some sense into him.
Hold on, Athena. Before you go beating the shit out of him. Apollo can believe what he wants. But I believe he's wrong. He's full of shit. Even if we take different paths, the truth we arrive at should be the same.
I mean, that's the definition of truth, so yeah.
I think the quicker we solve this case, the better it'll be for Apollo.
Yeah, you're right, boss.
Now I know we have to do the trial here, and that's the game, and that is the gameplay. But God, would I kill for the rest of this case to just be a Metal Gear Solid stealth segment of Apollo sneaking through the Space Center.
Jesus Christ, that's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Alright, that's enough for one day. Make sure you're ready for tomorrow's trial, okay? Have a good sleep. I'm sure there's nothing that would keep you from doing that. If he were here right now, Apollo would say, I'm fine. Everything is fine. I just hope things really do turn out fine, Tomato.
Turn out fine. Tomato.
Fine, Tomato.
Fine, tomato.
To be continued. Who needs to do a potty break?
Everyone.
No.
Okay, shit. I don't know. I was gonna use the potty break to finish my scalloped potatoes that are getting cold.
Drink your potatoes.
Well, I can't drink them.
You should
You
try
should.
harder.
They're not really liquid. They're just cheese.
Sounds liquid to me.
Sounds like drinkable.
Cheese snake.
You missed me saying when you were talking when you got the hydrate thing, you were like, I've got liquid and scalloped potatoes, and I said, yes, my favorite liquid, scalloped potatoes. That I drink via sheer force of will.
Vagina attack is pretty good. Oh, look at that break. It's the perfect time for it.
Look at that.
I'm actually gonna run to the bathroom though.
No.
Oh god,
Okay,
I updated my
bye.
Twitch app so that I could watch things on my phone better. And it's
Awful.
so much worse.
Awful. Yeah, bad decision.
That was a bad choice.
You guys always tell me to update things, and then I do, and everything sucks and is terrible.
I never said Twitch.
I'm going to the bathroom. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye forever.
Piss Lord. These potatoes are so good. I always do this. We always get to October, and then I realize I've gone too deep into the games I'm playing, and there's no way for me to play a spooky game. But I did get lucky because the Outer Wilds DLC
is pretty spooky.
Quite spooky, yeah.
Oh my god!
Yes.
I skimmed through the VOD again from last stream.
How was last stream? Oh my god.
I screamed so many times, and I don't scream.
Oh, I gotta check it out.
I
Shit.
do not scream very often. But I did full scream.
You can see why I couldn't do it, right?
Yes, there's a whole section where I talk about did Levi even get to this point?
And the answer is probably not.
I haven't finished it, so I.
It's good. There's some of it that I'm like, this is just annoying. And there's a little bit of the kind of horror I don't like playing. Like, I like watching, but I don't like playing very much. But it's fun.
Yeah.
I did full scream, and it was very funny and enjoyable. You gotta give this little hearthling a gun. We've literally never seen balls.
Never.
Add a quote. Why is your
I think because Miles couldn't do it, right? Because you have to be a mod,
Miles
Oh,
has been a
yes.
mod for a long time though.
or I don't know.
He
Maybe
might have
Oh.
said add quote twice, and so it broke, and so we made
somebody-
that a thing.
Somebody quoted Miles trying to add a quote. So like, for some reason, Miles was not able to add that quote.
Interesting.
Yeah, I think I fucked something up somewhere. Or can we check what is can we do like quote 800, like if I type in a number, will it tell me that?
Yeah.
Okay, so I wondered for a second, did we quote this quote that I had just done?
No, you would need to look at quote 529.
Oh, yeah. Right about that one.
Lennon?
Yeah, Lennon. You're so stupid.
There was a lot of times during the Paper Mario stream where I said something fully genuinely, and if you just took it at face value, you would think that was a bit. No, my brain just like completely incomprehended.
Levi went to a different dimension when they were playing Paper Mario.
There was like I don't give a shit about Paper Mario.
It's a very unhinged playthrough, I guess. Yeah.
You guys were so. I didn't like watch all of it, but every time I looked in on you guys, I was like, "What?
What the fuck are they talking about?
What are you talking about?"
We also that's all where we both ate olive oil.
Mhm.
Oh god, that was awful.
Taking shots of olive oil.
Never again.
I think
Never
it was
again.
The redeemed the no cursing, and Levi immediately failed, and then Alex failed, and I was like, well,
my
you
God.
guys gotta do something.
Yeah.
And Alex was like, what if we did shots of olive oil like Tug Tug?
goodness.
It was so really bad. That's also the stream series where I couldn't remember what left was.
Yes,
Yes,
I do remember
yes.
that. You had no fucking idea.
I would be
what
like,
left
okay, Alex,
was.
go left, and then you would walk right.
Every time.
It happened at
Every
least twice. I
time.
can remember the 2 times it happened. I'm just like, Alex. Alex.
Alex was focusing on the
Other
game,
left.
but, like only about half, and the other half was just like kind of like just talking back and forth with Levi, which meant that you'd get like increasingly like, and Levi was watching the game and Alex was playing the game, and so neither of you were paying all that much attention to it. So you would just start saying shit to each other that, like, with only half attention paid to,
To each other, right? Yeah, no, I remember there was one point where I just went in this like bit to myself, and Alex didn't pay attention, and I just like
bit for so long. Did you save these VODs?
I
Or was
didn't.
this before?
There's a lot of
some
clips
stuff that's
though.
saved. Yeah,
No, the
some clips.
first VODs I really started saving were Baldur's Gate because
Oh, that's
Nat
right.
wanted to do the highlights, and then I was like, you know
Yeah.
what? I'm just gonna save all of these VODs, and then, but I also saved the Deltarune Chapter 2 because that feels like a special event.
Hmm.
But I have offered the opportunity to edit VODs to my brother. I don't know if he's gonna do it, and I've also considered learning how to do video editing and doing it myself, because I mean, not to the same extent that Nat can, but God, those Baldur's Gate videos are so fucking good and so funny.
They're great. They're great.
They're
Nat,
just-
shout out to Nat.
Yes. Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Really good.
They're so good, and that playthrough was so much fun. And at some point, when it ever becomes public again, I think, and people start really building up points, the next crowd control stream I want to do is I want to bring back the Horny Tail Squad and play Baldur's Gate 3 crowd control.
Horny Tail Squad?
That's what we called it. Because I was a
Tiefling.
and Shasta and Nat were both Dragonborns. And then I also ended
Very
up being a
good.
dragon sorcerer. So we were just dragons
goodness.
all the way down. Oh God! My headphones. I ripped them off my head violently. Okay. Is everyone here?
I'm here.
Is Shasta here?
Shasta was the only one I think who
Yeah, I
actually
think so.
like went to the bathroom. So
No, I also left, but
Yeah.
oh,
I'm
well,
gonna come
you
back
left.
at a really convenient time.
Yep.
Yeah, you left early. Shasta
Mhm.
was here for a few minutes before leaving.
You were waylaid by food. I'm a woman and I do womanly things. Like keep my hands in front of my ass.
That's how you said the ass was in the back.
The ass is usually in the back, yes. I wish you could just do
Usually on
quote
that.
Paper Mario.
Yeah.
You don't have the cool quote.
I don't have the cool quotes. It would take a lot of work to get the cool quotes, honestly. Eventually we'll play Thousand Year Door. Though, at some point, after one of these games that I'm playing is gonna be Resident Evil 4. So we'll have
Oh,
some
yeah.
of that with Tracy as well.
Yeah.
That'll be fun. Well, actually, it'll be Resident Evil 8 and then Resident Evil 4. Because that's what I
right.
decided. Because we gotta play End of Rose. Or it's not called End of Rose. It's just called something Rose. And I always think it's End of Rose. Which is maybe very ominous. Rose's
So much fun with
death.
6, by the way. That was fantastic.
6 was so much fucking fun. I still like the we don't have a lot of clips from those streams, but every single one of them are a treasure. We're like, me and Miles are having a conversation. I try to do an Indiana Jones slide and I can't do it. And Miles is just desperately confused because they put you on the other side of the door past the QuickTime event.
Mhm.
That game
And I
is
spent that
fucking
whole game
crazy.
just like as second player, you spend that whole game looking at Ada's ass, basically, because like they don't
Mhm.
expect like the camera angles to do what they do sometimes, and you
Mhm.
can't open doors. So I think it's so I love Resident Evil 6.
Resident Evil 6 is really fun. It's incredibly silly.
Someday I've
And
got to play Jake's section. Like I've got to play it as Jake. I played it
as
as
Jake.
Sherry.
I played Jake, and that was the only time I was the the Jake and Ada were the only two like actual like protagonists of the story that I played. But yeah, that truly is a fighting game when you're playing as Jake. Because,
That's
like,
why I'd love to play it.
he's got a gun, but the best thing he can do is do a punch and a hit and a kick.
I wish I would have understood how the controls worked, so I could have had cool two guns.
Yeah, we didn't realize that you could have double pistols the whole game.
The whole
It was like the
time.
second to last chapter that we realized
Yeah.
you could have dual pistols. Granted, they don't make it obvious. They, like, all whatever. Like, I wouldn't think a pistol would have an alternate fire, so I didn't think to be like, "Hey, press this button for alternate fire."
Yeah, it was weird, and like it wasn't like
Ever telegraphed.
shown to me in the game. They never were like, "Hey, pull out your other pistol." They never like made that a thing. Rude.
Yeah, these beautiful memories are why I'm saving VODs now, regardless of the game, because you don't want to lose that shit. And in some situations where you like remember something really vividly, but everyone forgot to clip it. It's like, all right, well, it's been 2 weeks, so fuck you.
Right.
All right, Shasta is back. Continue
Game.
on to the next chapter.
Continue. Dissemble. Hey guys, it's December. Did you know it was December?
It's not. It's
Oh,
October.
December.
No, it's December.
I just
Oh,
kept
it's
hearing
sucking
December.
eggs. Oh.
I suppose we should reconvene the trial of Solomon Sawbuck or something.
You good?
I'm imagining the judge is a baby now.
I think he's just under.
I know, but I want it to be an infant in that chair. Your Honor, could you please come out from under your bench? There are no more bombs, I promise.
No, I don't think I will. Oh, yes, my apologies. I'm still a little jumpy when it comes to trials involving bombs. I mean, first the courtroom exploded, and then the courtroom exploded.
And then your mom exploded.
And then
Inside
Mr. Donate just self-destructed.
I guess that's one way of describing what happened to Naughty. Now I remember all the jokes we made about him. Forgot about Toe Naughty.
You said it different every time.
I know, but Toe Naughty was the worst of it.
Anyway, it seems that Mr. Justice was seriously wounded by Mr. Tonate's actions.
She is eating.
She eats.
She mange.
So you, Mr. Wright, will be taking up the defense.
And if she finish, she will start complaining.
Funny, you said that as soon as I took a very large bite of it. Like I have chips and I took a big crunch, and I know it didn't. I knew it wasn't. I was sitting far enough back that I knew it wasn't picking up on the microphone. Like I was sitting back, and I was like, "How would they know?" And I realized you were talking about Selena behind you.
Do you have an understanding of what has happened in the trial so far?
I have a psychic connection to you, but will also misgender you. The morphogenetic field is transphobic. Yes, Your Honor, the defense is ready.
Very well. Is the prosecution also ready? Should I duck? I take it you'd like me to give the opening statement this time. Looks like the judge has become a pretty good mind reader.
Well, he's certainly seen more than his fair share of colorful prosecutors. You could say something of a veteran of sorts. Not me, though. This is my first day. Phoenix just regresses every single day.
Let's see. In the previous part of this trial, we learned that the victim, Clay Terran,
Died.
escaped from Launchpad 1 carrying the defendant, Solomon Starbuck. There were explosions on the second floor of the Space Center and on the rocket itself. The two astronauts used Launchpad 1 corridor to reach the boarding lounge.
And
How could the victim climb down the ladder if he was carrying the defendant?
I just realized if I tried to do the transatlantic accent with Aura, she would just start sounding like Tango, and we don't want that.
Oh.
Because that's the only
Yikes.
thing I could think of.
Yikes, no. Mm-mm.
That was the mystery that needed to be solved. But Mr. Justice proved that the victim was killed in the boarding lounge. Prosecutor Blackwell, were you able to discover any new facts related to this point?
upon further investigation, we discovered an oxygen tank fragment in the lounge.
Excuse me, you did? That was
We also
We
found
the
a witness.
collective prosecutorial team. Surprisingly, it would appear that Justice Adorno's argument was correct.
So that means the testimonies of the first two people on the scene are suspect.
I guess that was when he was me.
Mm-hmm.
There were two people who claimed to be the first on the scene. But can we truly trust their statements?
Let's see. The two people were Detective Candace Arm, and Yuri Cosmos, right?
Yep, and one of them's dead.
You think that one of them might have given a false statement to the police?
Yeah, certainly possible. We might have to do a little more digging. And just as our team was about to cross-examine Detective Arm, the courtroom bombing incident occurred, and the trial was put on hold.
That accursed fellow. He killed my witness. He killed Detective Arm.
And that was listed in order of priority.
If we put the kibosh on anyone asking her about what she saw.
Exactly. In other words, the question of who killed the victim in the boarding lounge has, once again, become the main focus of this trial.
It's obvious Prosecutor Blackwell still thinks it's Mr. Starbuck. Fulbright said that Blackwell has a thing against the astronaut. Nevertheless, the defense argues that there was a third person in the lounge, and that's who killed the victim.
Objection!
No.
To make such reckless claims in a courtroom takes a bold man. Or a stupid one. There was no third person in the boarding lounge. Or have you gone dodgy already, old man?
I ain't old.
As the judge, I can
You're
attest
thr-
that Phoenix
you're
is either
3 years
dumb
older
or
than me.
woke.
Well, let's see who's the daughter after I trounce you with my years of experience, little boy.
I heard daughter.
Yeah, same.
Who's your daddy?
Who's your daddy, Blackwell? Like, arrested. Immediately arrested. Guilty. In any case, Mr. Starbuck claims he saw someone leaving the lounge. Furthermore, a Space Center employee also saw a sus figure at the scene.
They saw a third
An
person.
imposter.
They were venting. Oh.
They vented out.
I see my sister has been running her mouth.
That's right. I almost forgot Aura's prosecutor Blackwell. I almost forgot.
How
You
did you
almost
forget that?
forgot.
It was yesterday.
No matter, she didn't see this mystery person's face clearly. Therefore, there is no evidence to indicate that this person was not the defendant.
And I'm trying to avoid pulling her onto the stand because she will just dunk on me the whole time.
She is my older sister. She does know
Sorry.
so much about me as that no one else should just.
Do I missile his butthole? Oh shit, I ripped his butthole out. That was Metroid because that's when I was streaming on YouTube. That's why it doesn't have a source.
Ah.
Mm-hmm.
I guess the possibility that the figure with Mr. Starbuck is still there.
In brief, we need to determine if a third person was there or not.
He was. Next.
Thank you. Next.
To this end, we should hear the testimony of one of the first people on the scene.
Director Cosmos, huh?
Oh god.
Very well, bailiff. Please bring the witness to the stand.
You stopped something about, oh shit, I ripped his butthole out, stopped you from doing that?
I don't remember what stopped me from doing it, but
I guess sweet boy.
What do you mean left off? Did you keep a list of quotes?
oh, I started to since we can't search Alex's, I started making a Google spreadsheet with all of Alex's quotes
Oh my god.
for easy searching. And
Oh,
talking
shit.
about being able to search for Super Mario reminded me that I could do that and make it so that we can search for Super Mario.
It was paper, but yeah.
Paper Mario. We can search for fucking Mario.
For fucking Mario. Whoa.
We can search for fucking Mario. Okay? You have a lot of quotes about fucking Mario.
I do have a lot of Mario quotes because I've played at least 2 Mario games.
Why, I believe I've seen you in the newspapers.
Of course you have. Of course you have. For I am Yuri Cosmos.
He's a little bit of a space pirate, kinda.
Yar.
Yarr.
No, I was laughing.
Cosmos Space Center, which was, of course, named after me, Yuri Cosmos.
And not the concept of the cosmos.
Thanks for confirming that.
Don't you have anything you wish to ask me? My brain didn't read that. I'm like, my brain was like,
No,
oh
he
no,
was-
he has words?
He was waiting for a question.
That was in character.
Yeah.
Looks like he's all geared up to do some bragging.
7 years ago, I successfully launched the Hat 1, and... Everyone already knows how brilliant you are. Even I am trying to hold back my tears at seeing such a great man standing before me. So could you please proceed directly to your important testimony?
Which one?
Ha ha ha! I see this fine young lad has a proper appreciation of greatness. Then allow
That's
me
what
to
it
begin
is.
my epical?
Yeah, sure.
Epical. Yeah, epical.
My epical testimony that will be recorded in the annals of history.
That speech of Prosecutor Blackwell's just now sounded more to me like he was poking fun at Director Cosmos.
No,
what?
he was /S. It's probably for the best that it sailed right over the director's head.
Oh man.
Now then, Director Cosmos, a condensed version of your illustrious testimony, please.
Testicle.
Your illustrious testicles. Okay.
I
Well.
started saying tense or something like that, and I don't know why.
The fact that he has a scooter here.
Who let you
Detective
bring
Arm
this?
and I rushed towards the boarding lounge together. We went via the control room and peeked in from there to see what was going on inside. We saw a figure standing in the middle of the lounge and Terran lying on the floor.
He just wants to fix his student debt using panties.
I hate to say it, but I can only imagine the standing figure must have been Starbuck.
I see. So in your testimony, you claim you arrived on the scene after the two had escaped from the launch pad to the lounge. And just after the victim had been killed.
Oh, the horror! The humanity! But what I said is what I saw, and what I saw is what I said.
And what I mean's what I means.
And a person's a person, 100%.
All the time, every time.
And Ohana means family.
Courageous action to take in the face of such terrifying explosions, wouldn't you say?
Explosions.
Explosion.
To save
Explosion.
my men, I went personally into the epicenter of danger. Risking my own life for theirs. Ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha.
Well, what do you know?
Oh, I'm committing
Sounds
to
like
that
the
one.
director really cares about his men.
Yeah, although it sounds more like he was scared and just had to peek from far away.
Is the defense ready to cross-examine the witness?
No.
Oh. Do you need some time?
No.
Yeah, maybe a week. We'll do this next Friday.
Oh, okay then.
Yes, Your Honor. Director Cosmos' testimony is pretty vague. Gonna have to
Director
press him.
Cosmos' test. They're pretty big.
Pretty huge. They're pretty massive. You just put him right on the witness stand. I'm going to have to press him and draw more information before I do anything else. He's fucking filling his shoe hole with cum.
What?
Wow, this was a fruitful stream, apparently. What happened on April 9th of 2021, a date that will live in infamy.
It was one of those days where we just all went crazy, I guess. That's a different day.
I think we were going insane because of the fucking panty case.
That was 2 weeks.
Yeah, but that case makes you go insane.
Yeah, it wasn't April, it was September.
Oh, it was. You're right. They do it the British way. Anyway. Where were you coming from?
From his glorious stuff.
6th floor. We were making sure any stragglers made their way to the 4th floor. It was then we heard about Starbuck and Terran and hurried to the 3rd floor lounge. On my galactic scooter here, of course.
Why do you
Of
keep
course.
calling it galactic? Does it have something to do with space?
Yeah,
Of
obviously.
course. It's specifically designed to be used on galactic battleships.
Hi, Tony. I see. Then I take it it works in 0G, too.
Sadly, no. With the current state of technology as it is, I'm afraid it would just float about and be galactically useless.
Great.
Well, that's a galactic bummer.
I see. So you rushed to the boarding lounge on your space-age
Galactically.
pogo stick.
Space age pogo stick.
When you got to the scene, what did you see galactically?
Oh yeah. Designed to be used for spaceships that are specifically not in space. Exactly. Let's see. According to this diagram, you didn't have to go through the control room to get You didn't have to go through the control room to get the boarding room lounge. Looks like you could have gone there from the southern corridor as well.
Yes, but in her haste, Detective Arm rushed ahead of me toward the control room.
She couldn't open it.
She couldn't open.
All I could do was merely follow behind her.
But she couldn't open it, is the thing about it.
Judge, we found the contradiction.
I
He's
see.
stupid.
So we peeked into the boarding lounge from the control room door and...
Oh, we're just moving on from there. Wait, hold on. Okay, alright. I'm full health, so you know, we're just gonna YOLO it, huh?
I feel like it might not because they didn't add the fact that Arm was in front.
Can only be operated by the director. Backup power lets it function even when the power goes out. Yeah, it does just say we. Okay, we'll move ahead.
Hold it!
So you couldn't see who that figure who that figure was clearly, or what they were doing? My occupation is waifu.
Sadly, the only thing I could tell was that it was a person, standing motionless. The defendant, no doubt, staring aghast at his deed. What other explanation is there?
I assume that's about Alita. I'm so close, but without evidence, I can't prove that person's the third party.
I don't relish in this. And... What? Oh.
And I wanted pickles.
I hate to say it, but I can only imagine the standing figure must have been...
Oh, okay.
Hold it!
Aura Blackwell also saw a suspicious figure in the lounge. Tony, you'd like her.
Yeah.
But she gave the statement that it was too dark to see the person's face clearly. Did you see this figure's face clearly?
No, not clearly. The lighter they were holding illuminated the area around their feet at the time.
And that's
Other
all
than
I
that,
could stare at.
I could see little else. Just their feet.
And I was happy.
That's why I could see Terran, but I couldn't see who the other person was.
So for all you know, it might not have been Mr. Starbuck. Is that correct?
I would like to believe that. Starbuck isn't the type of man who's capable of murder.
Objection!
When the witness entered the boarding lounge, there was no third person there. Isn't that correct, Great Space Center Director?
What kind of light always only goes down? That's a good question, Shasta.
Yes, that's right. Only Starbuck and Terran were there by that time. After we peeked in, the lounge suddenly went dark and the figure vanished.
You mean they disappeared? That's odd.
Objection!
The reason the figure appeared to vanish is because it was the defendant. When the witnesses weren't looking, he fell to the floor and feigned unconsciousness.
Hold it!
Hold on. Dr. Cosmos, did you ever take your eyes off the scene?
Just for a brief incident, about as long as it takes for a shooting star to go by.
So you took your eyes off the scene. Then this third person could have easily escaped during that time.
But what escape route could this person have used?
Do not lick the macaroni.
The direction opposite the control room, the southern door to the elevators. There's no security lock on that door, so it would have been possible to escape that way.
Objection!
All things are possible, right, Dunno?
I don't know what you're talking about.
The real question is, do you have any proof?
Well...
Can we pause for... I would like to theory craft for a moment.
Yeah.
Didn't Candace Arm shoot at him.
Yes.
So theoretically, Aura also would have been on the outside of that window at the time when the
Potentially.
bullet went by.
She just
And
said
from-
that she saw the murder happen. She could have just kept going down after that.
From where they were located, also, that would have been a weird way for the bullet to have bounced and gone out. Do you think she shot at the screen like somebody put something on the screen?
But the power is out,
Mm-hmm.
so I don't know.
Seems unlikely.
I have absolutely no fucking idea what happened in this case. Like, I really haven't. Like, I can't remember jack fucking shit. And, like, I guess we're gonna fucking find out.
Yeah.
An inmate who used to be a university professor and lunar researcher used to say that there is a kingdom of little green men who live under the surface of the moon.
Oh yeah, of course. As
Yeah.
long as they don't punish us in the name of said moon for what we've done to it. Okay, that's a
What?
reference to something.
What have we done to the moon?
What have we done to the
Oh,
moon?
yeah, I think this is a Sailor Moon reference. I think I remember seeing this on the wiki.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. The references, the stray pop culture references in this franchise are fucking weird.
But I say, where's your proof that this quaint kingdom exists?
He's calling your theory a work of fiction, boss.
And he's right. I don't have any proof yet. Still. The southern door was a possible escape route. I'd better make a mental note of that. Director Cosmos, may I ask you a question? A question?
Yes.
Why did you look away from the boarding lounge?
There's actually another tale of bravery behind the answer to that.
Her titty thing is flapping.
Who the fuck was that about?
I don't know. Waki's mom? I don't know why.
It was when Detective
Oh,
Arm-
Alita Tiala's breakdown.
Oh, yeah.
It was when Detective Arm saw the figure and raised her gun. Being a great humanitarian protector of mankind, I tried to stop her.
So true, Tony. What? You're saying Detective Arm raised her gun as soon as she saw the figure?
I imagine her instincts as a detective told her they were the killer.
I don't know about that. And were you able to prevent Detective Arm from firing her gun?
I'm afraid I was too late. I was unable to stop her.
That Metroid Zero Mission card is very good.
She identified herself clearly, and then she fired 2 warning shots at the shadowy figure.
This information about Detective Arm's actions sounds critically important. Please add it to your testimony.
Detective Arm fired 2 warning shots at the figure.
And only
Okay.
made one hole. She was extremely accurate. I feel like we want the hole over the bullet, because that we can prove there's only one of.
I think this is just all bad. Okay, hold on. Oh, just a picture of it. Okay. Yeah, I guess?
Objection!
Yeah, sure. are you sure they were really paying attention to what Dr. Arm was doing? You were.
Doctor?
Detective Dr. Arm.
Damn, when'd she get her medical degree? That's crazy.
Posthumously.
Oh, damn, that's
my
even
word.
crazier.
Words that will someday be written down in the history books.
Somehow I don't think that those exact words will ever be written down in any history books. Hey, Phoenix, do you not know what a stenographer is?
That's not history.
It's not history.
It will be in the archives of this
Nope.
court.
Mr. Wright, could you please explain yourself so we all understand why you're so smug?
No.
Because smart boys have nipples. You say that Detective Arm fired 2 warning shots, and yet only 1 bullet hole was ever found at the scene.
What?
Only 1 bullet hole means the gun was only fired once.
No, that's crazy.
And yet Detective Cosmos is saying Detective Arm fired 2 shots. No editor would allow such a glaring contradiction into a history book.
Objection.
Unfortunately for you, the witness's words are true. We confirmed that 2 shots were fired from Detective Arm's gun.
Objection.
She hit someone then?
But there was only 1 bullet hole at the scene. Where did the other bullet hole vanish to? Gay!
You should know the answer to that already.
I should. Oh, yeah, that's fair.
During the previous trial, a certain oxygen tank was presented as evidence. We've already discussed that it was ruptured in the lounge, have we not? But it appears the thing that ruptured it was a bullet. A bullet that was found near the tank, to be precise. The bullet was fired from a .38 caliber gun, same caliber as the detective's gun.
But not the same caliber as the other bullet. What?
What?
Yeah, so she shot at Clay, yeah.
Nani?
The rifling marks also match up. There's no question that the
riffling.
bullet was fired from Detective Arm's gun.
The riffles.
Riff marks.
Riffle?
The fingerprints of a gun. Rifling marks. They're like a gun's finger.
Yep. It doesn't
Say
end.
the line, say the line. Oh, like fingerprints in the gun.
Yay!
And examine the rifling marks on a bullet can tell us the gun it was fired from.
I ate a chip. Oh no. Hold on a second.
You fool!
Ah.
Choke on it real fast.
Whoa, whoa.
Hold on. Wait a second.
One of the bullets the detective fired found its way onto the holographic image display. The other bullet came to a stop near the victim's oxygen tank. The evidence confirms the director's statement that the detective fired. The evidence confirms the director's statement that the detective fired 2 shots.
How do you know that you finished it? You didn't just get distracted.
What?
Shasta. Oh, okay.
Oh.
My beautiful contradiction. Gone. Oh, gone.
That
Gorn.
bullet with the hole was from a .38 caliber, huh? I had better update the record. Very good. Now we know the fate of both of the shots Detective Arm fired.
Yeah, well, we have a 3rd bullet.
I wonder what that could be.
We have a 3rd bullet that is not that caliber, so and it didn't go through the hologram. So where the fuck did that other bullet come from?
Great
Mr.
question.
Wright, does that clear up all of your questions?
No, it made more.
Detective Arm fired 2 warning shots. Theory.
Hmm.
The bullet came from the last murder that was here 7 years ago.
Interesting. Interesting.
And it's just been in that grate for 7 years. Waiting.
Damn, they never clean.
Second theory. Aura stuck her gun through the hole that Arm made. Not for some reason.
It's a bigger caliber gun, right? So it would have made a bigger hole. I don't know about guns. Detective Arm
No.
fired 2 warning shots.
No, it was a 10mm, wasn't it?
They kept talking about how fucking huge it was, right?
No, they were talked about how small it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Itty bitty.
10 caliber is way smaller than a 38 caliber.
One hit the holographic display, and the
Like
other
almost
hit
4 times smaller.
the oxygen tank. Does that really clear up everything about what happened? No. No, Your Honor, it doesn't. I'm gonna get my gay little hands all over it. Detective Arm fired 2 warning shots from a 38 caliber gun, but that doesn't explain the existence of a certain piece of evidence found at the scene. A piece that points to the existence of a third person.
Oh.
Very well, but it won't do to keep us waiting, Mr. Wright.
Oh, smack.
What piece of evidence suggests the possibility of a third person at the scene?
Little bullet.
Take that!
Itty bitty tiny bullet.
It's a tiny bullet.
And what is this metal pellet supposed to be?
Your mom. Just
Oh.
a little something of great importance we found at the crime scene, Your Honor.
She shrank.
Your mother.
You found it where?
Up your butt. And a floor gutter at the crime scene. Looks like the police and the prosecution both missed it. Furthermore, this is a 10 caliber bullet. Caliber. Making it much smaller than one of Detective Arm's 38 calibers.
Then that means...
Yeah. Exactly. One more person must have been there in the lounge. You can't tell I'm getting sleepy. A third person who had a gun that could possibly fire a 10 caliber bullet. I don't know why I added that.
You really wanted to say possibly.
Why didn't you say it right?
I know, and then you're too tired to say it.
I'm so tired. Should I just start calling you penis? If that's true, that explains why Detective Arm fired warning shots. This third person fired at Detective Arm with the Director Cosmos and Detective Cosmos with their gun. And they did come through the south side. Because her bullet went up into that window. And this person's bullet went into the grate next to the south door. Why the fuck would you lie about what door you went in? Idiot. And in return, the detective fired her warning shots. Isn't that how it really went down, Detective Cosmos? Detective? Director? Good God.
Ha ha ha! Looks like you've deduced my miraculous tale of survival. Yes, you're absolutely correct. The mystery person fired upon us.
What's this now? Oh, he's short.
What? You never breathed a word of any of this to me before. Ha ha ha! Well, all great men have a secret or two, don't you know?
Canadian now.
Duh. Foolish old geezer.
So Director Cosmos really has been hiding the presence of a third person all along. Director Cosmos, I want you to testify to the court about what you really saw.
You may be a very great man, but in my courtroom you are just another witness. You won't receive special treatment here. Now please give accurate testimony.
No.
I don't think
Oh.
I will.
People keep doing this today. What am I supposed to do?
There's no
But
such
I
thing as
saw-
contempt in the courtroom.
Detective Arm and I rushed to the control room together. In the lounge, we saw a figure standing in the middle of the room and tearing on the floor. We were still in the command control room to the east when the figure fired at us.
You're a liar!
Cassie, you're muted.
Oh, I was muted. It wasn't muted. Given that there was no third person in the lounge when the witness entered it,
You didn't hear the spooky sound?
does this mean the person who fired the gun had to have been the defendant?
Not necessarily. It's still possible that it was someone else. Most likely, as soon as Detective Arm and Director Cosmos discovered this person, they escaped through the southern door, the one that didn't have a security lock.
Objection!
Double-edged swords are a tricky lot. Mishandle one, and it is you who is cut down.
Huh?
Your reasoning could apply if Space Boy were the killer as well. Think about it. After being discovered, he could have fired the 10 caliber gun. Detective Arm would have responded by firing 2 warning shots. All he had to do was feign unconsciousness to invent the possibility of a third person.
And where'd the gun go?
But Mr. Starbucks didn't have a gun in his possession when he was found by police. Nor has a gun been found at the crime scene. Its absence can only be explained if there was a third party who took it with them.
Objection!
Recall the existence of a trash chute in the boarding lounge. The defendant could have simply thrown the gun down the chute.
But you can't deny the possibility of a third person leaving with the weapon.
Objection!
It's up to you to prove that possibility.
That's incorrect.
And I trust you haven't forgotten my little piece of decisive evidence.
What evidence?
Why, the detonator switch that was found in Mr. Starbuck's pocket, naturally.
Planted!
You can just say that, and
Most compelling
it
evidence
doesn't mean
of all
anything.
tells us he is the culprit.
Ugh. I'm going to prosecute the shit out of this child. Ah! I did forget all about that. I forgot.
Stop
Look, your
recording.
boldness. How deliciously obvious it is they lack the evidence to rival mine.
I can.
Delicious?
Yeah. That's what he
Delicious.
says. That was canon.
Om nom 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 nom.
Wow, he sliced our third person theory to ribbons and served it to us just like that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yes, well, I have a question of my own, actually.
Uh-huh.
That bullet that the mysterious figure shot, what did it hit exactly?
Your mom.
Oh, she was there too.
It hit me.
So does that mean you're a ghost?
Yes.
That's what it
I was-
means.
I was wondering when you'd realize it, your baldness. Fucking love this dude.
Such a shithead. He's such a little shithead.
Detective Cosmos is an authentic, bona fide ghost. He can even pass through walls.
Oh my
He's
god.
such a fucking shithead. Jesus Christ.
He's being channeled by someone who also worked at the Space Center.
What?
Ew.
Objection!
Such a fucking shithead.
Prosecutor Blackwell, shame on you for teasing that nice old gentleman.
Yeah. That's what I'd call him.
He is nice and he is old.
He's so old.
He's
Your
so
boldness.
old.
It was all in jest. Please show yourself again.
Your oldness.
Your oldness. Your
Are you
ancientness.
sure? In that case, How did you manage to survive being shot, Director Cosmos?
We've seen this before. We've seen people
Surely you only have
survive.
one hit point at your age. I know I do.
A simple scratch would you'd keel over.
Kilo,
A rat could
die.
kill me.
Ha ha ha! I'm glad you asked. It was a miracle befitting a great, history-making figure such as myself.
Oh, Lord.
The bullet hit my glorious Medal of Honor, whereby it ricocheted, thus saving my life.
Oh, that's why it's all. Yup.
Oh, one of those is a
What?
fucking bullet hole.
Yeah, one of those has a dent in it.
Mm-hmm.
One of them is a dent. Like I think there are only 3 stars.
There's 3
No,
stars
there's a
and one
star
of them
around
is
it.
dented, yeah.
It's 4 stars and 1 is 7. That's unbelievable.
I have to check this out. Oh wow, look at that. There's 1 extra Gaxa star.
The odds are literally astronomical. Guess it really was a miracle.
It's beginning to feel like the Cosmos is watching out for Director Cosmos. But why did you conceal this information, Director Cosmos?
A great man such as myself has to hide things on occasion, no matter how much it hurts.
He's
Why?
He's pondering
What?
his segue.
It is the blight of the truly great. It may be hard for this generation to understand. How old is this guy?
I don't know, but it sounds fishy to me.
Old.
What else is he hiding?
62.
Oh no, he's like that's so
He's
that's so funny.
So old.
So old. Damn, Candace ate shit at 27.
That's rough.
Damn, that's how old I am. Fuck.
Yeah, I am 27.
You too, bitch.
I always forget how old I am. I always think I'm either 26 or 28.
You can just say you always forget and just end the
Both
sentence
of those
there.
are wrong.
I am 1 more than the
I
year.
always forget.
Period.
I always
Yeah, my brother and I
forget.
are 3 years on whatever year it is. Like you add 3 and you get like how old I am, and you subtract 3, you get how old he is. So it's just like anyone. It's actually, in terms of keeping track of random years, it's not the worst.
Oh, yeah, I guess that's how I could keep track of it too, huh?
Yeah.
We're the same year. My brother is 4 years younger than me. Let's just
Wow, I just remember what what year I was born.
yeah,
That sounds like a weird way to do it.
let's cross-examine him and see what we can find out.
Now then, Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please.
No.
Okay. Can
Guilty.
they keep doing this?
Guilty.
Can someone stop them?
All right, well done. Guilty. Oops.
Objection!
Director Cosmos, I believe you are telling a fucking lie. All children have the same fingerprints.
Great men like me tell a lie. Have you ever heard of such a thing in all of history?
Yes.
My accusation is based on the positions of the people who were in the lounge. According to your testimony, you and Detective Arm were near the control room door. And the
Why would you
mysterious... What?
Say it like that?
Testimony? Because I felt like it. And the
Testimony.
testimony.
That's one of Alex's
Mm.
D&D characters.
that does,
Stimony Cricket.
that does sound like Stimothy's brother or something. The mystery figure was standing in the middle of a boarding lounge. Oh shit. Now I'm imagining Stimothy has like an older adopted tiefling sibling and they've never been able to read his name. And so they think it's testimony.
Aww.
Testimony. The mystery figure was sitting in the middle of the boarding lot. If you, as you say, if as you say, the figure fired a gun at you from this position, then the bullet would have traveled in this direction. However, we found the 10 caliber bullet here. 10 caliber.
Oh.
That word really triggers my speech impediment. I don't know why.
I think that makes sense.
This trajectory
Weird.
and where the bullet was actually found contradict each other.
I
Director
was just,
Cosmos!
I could essentially never say the word statistically. I would get like stuck on it. I'd be like
Testing.
Statistically.
Statistically.
I wasn't good with it. I wasn't great with my S sounds. Still not great with them. But that one really got
Testicular
me.
cancer.
Statistic. Still, yep,
Yeah.
nope, statistically. Before it was a
Where-
bit. That last one was real.
Where were you really when you were being shot at?
His face was a little bit horrifying during that.
Yep. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the human merry-go-round.
Objection.
Oh, okay, hold on. Are all merry-go-rounds human?
No, most of them have like horses and unicorns and metal.
Statistically, none of them are human.
But humans
feel
are
like-
on them.
As
I feel
opposed
like
to
you
testically.
You can have a merry-go-round without humans riding it.
What's the point, though?
I was
Don't tell me
imagining
you've
of like
forgotten already. The point is
humans-
joy.
the horses being humans instead of horses.
Oh God, no!
They're fucking impaled like
Is that what
Vlad
you wanted
like-
in Power
like-
Wash Sim,
like-
Alex? You wanted all the horses to be human?
like Vlad the Impaler.
Oh my god.
Awful.
Didn't the witness himself just tell you? The bullet hit his metal.
Yeah.
Of this, there's no mistake.
Objection.
But in that case, the bullet should have been found in the east side of the room. All children wear stripes and share fingers. We have to pass them around. Are you trying to say that you can explain this inconsistency?
Of course.
If you say that there's a magnet, I'm gonna I didn't think so. What?
Oh, great director Cosmos.
Tell me about your magnets.
Yes? Is there something you'd like me to expound upon?
Ow. These
You were in
nuts.
fact not in the control room to the east, were you?
Oh, okay, yeah, that's what I was also trying to say.
Hey Blackwell, why do you say no? Fuck you. He's right. Why do you do this?
You were looking into the lounge from the door to the south. Is that not right?
It's not right. It's correct.
What?
What the fuck are you saying?
I'm being like him.
Oh my God.
What are you getting at?
Use your own brain. Your head must have some other use than housing that bird's nest.
I don't have any brains. Athena has them all.
I don't have any birds either.
Bird's nest. Why does everyone pick on my hair?
Director Cosmos and the detective witnessed the scene from the southern door. The killer fired at them there, and that is why the bullet was found in the south.
Goddamn gum containers, you thwart me at every turn. I did read that originally as cum containers.
No, why?
Because I saw UM. And we usually talk about cum. You can't tell me.
We? I know I'm
We?
part. I know I'm part of that group, but I just had to speak. I had to do the
wait, hold
fucking,
on,
bit.
Levi. Yeah.
Yeah, wait, hold, Levi,
No,
you're not
no,
allowed
I
to
know.
say
I wanted to
we.
do. I wanted to do the fucking Fresh Prince like gif where the guy's like, "We."
Actually, at this point in the quotes, only 3 quotes containing cum.
We also, yeah, I was gonna say we also don't talk about cum.
And
We
2
talk
of them,
about piss.
and actually, only one of those is actually about cum. Because
Wow.
one of the other 2 are circumcised.
Wow. Good for us.
God, that's
I'm free.
funny.
We're diversifying.
What
And
have
then
we
we've got
talked
3
about? What have we talked about circumcision?
We've got 3 pisses.
Apparently, twice.
What have
Here,
we?
I
What did
can,
we
I can
say?
pull them up for you.
Please.
Exclamation point quote circumcise. Circumcise me.
Circumstantial. That's gotcha.
And the other one was...
Monster camp, okay.
Wait a second. When does Monster Camp talk about penises?
I don't know, but they said it in game
I
because
guess.
that's Levi quoting
Yeah.
the
yeah.
game.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Crazy. Anyway, the
It was
fact that
probably in like an end game, like somebody won.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
You having sexy times and
That makes some sense, actually. I don't think that game ever gets that explicit. I think it maybe was a joke. I don't remember. It had to have been like a joke, not about a penis.
Yeah.
Because
That's my guess.
that game doesn't get that way. It's actually Max Gentleman absolutely does, but this one does not. Sex, gardening, and piss. 3S.
No, that's too quick.
Also, the witness being at the southern door is rather favorable for the prosecution.
Huh? I got a bad feeling about this because
A
where
bad-
could he run to?
How about it, Director? If you don't tell the truth this time... Yikes. His handcuffs.
Yeah, he does that.
You'll become but rust upon my sword. I relish the chance to cut down a great man.
I love that only like new people reference when he is out of his chains.
Yeah, everyone else is like, alright, fucking fine, you're strong as all hell.
do it
we know."
again, whatever.
Alright,
Stupid
I'll tell the
bitch.
truth, just put your sword away. You are correct. I, the great Yuri Cosmos,
I'm a coward.
was looking into the room from the southern door.
What?
You've only been saying that for minutes now, and
Yeah.
we've not acknowledged it at all.
That's the complete opposite of the testimony he's given so far. He's lying on the stand.
Now you have lost your possibility that a third person was in the room.
Nuh-uh.
No,
The director and the detective were near the southern door. Meaning the killer couldn't have escaped through there. The western door required print recognition. The corridor beyond was filled with smoke.
You're full.
The only escape route left was the eastern control room door. And the only way to get through there was with Director Cosmos' fingerprints.
Eh.
In short, there would be no escape for any third person had there been one.
Yay! My third person just disappeared. Like in one of Trucy's magic tricks. That's so sad.
Order.
Let's play
Order in the
Despacito.
court. Director Cosmos, why did you tell such an outrageous lie?
You were covering for the defendant, isn't that right? Yes, it was all for the love of my men. If I said I was in the Eastern Control Room,
Mm-hmm.
it would mean the culprit could have escaped through the southern door. It would have meant that there could have been a third person. All I wanted to do was protect Starbuck. I said I was in the control room to invent an escape route for a third person.
What a convoluted lie. Was he really covering for the defendant?
It looks like we've come to a conclusion. This man's full of shit. That the defense's argument, the possibility of a third person, has crumbled. No!
No?
It's over.
Whoa,
Yikes.
you good?
Were you okay?
Yeah, the bug started crawling up my wall and scared me.
Oh! The judge is
Hey,
about to hand
No.
down his verdict.
hey, throwback to me doing opera at the Spider.
What?
Spider opera.
This one's a stink bug, and I would like it to
Opera
not
at
be
the
in here.
spider.
I'm so confused. What are you referring to?
There was a point in the fuck, what is it? It was the DGS where I was in the middle of voicing a Cosmo line, and then all of a sudden there was a spider, and I went up in the middle of my line. And you guys were like, "What the fuck?" And I had to be like, "Oh, there was a spider." So this was just very much that.
Yeah. Yikes! The judge is about to hand down his verdict. Think, Phoenix, think!
And the verdict is spider.
You are sentenced to spiders.
Your verdict is spider.
Your
The sentencing
Your,
becomes very confusing.
your verdict is. I defined the defendant spider. This is the perfect time to try and turn my thinking around. If a third person had no way of escaping the scene, then what if one of the people at the scene was this third person? Wait. If the whole what if the whole premise is wrong?
And when does that happen?
Detective Cosmos said he and Detective Arm rushed to the scene together. What if that premise isn't true? What if one of them had reached the scene before the other one? And if that person entered the lounge, they would be the third person.
Managed to banish it from my room.
Yay!
Yay! Huzzah!
The defendant is the only one who could have killed the victim and shot at the director. There doesn't appear to be any room for argument against these claims. I will now render my verdict.
Spiders. Of spiders! Wait, please wait, Your Honor. There is still one possibility.
Oh, this had better be good, Mr. Wright.
There is one, and only one person, who could have escaped from the scene. And that person would be the first person who arrived on the scene. Then, upon entering the boarding lounge, the second person to arrive came via the southern door. That's why the first person fled from the room, using an escape route that was accessible only to them.
Right, well, let's hear more about this theory. Who is this one person who could have escaped from the boarding room lounge?
You know,
Ponko!
Ponko. Ponko's the murderer. No.
Take that!
What? But that's...
I don't think it's him.
Mr. Wright, what are you claiming here?
He's a great man. Of all the people who were at the scene, only the witness could have escaped. The director is the only one with the authority to open the control room door, after all.
But what that means...
Exactly. The true identity of the third person is our current witness. Director Yuri Cosmos.
He didn't pick up.
What? Order. Order in the court, I say. Mr. Bright, you will explain yourself in more detail.
I assert that he just stops and throws up because he's spitting too much. I assert that Director Cosmos arrived at the scene before Detective Arm and entered the boarding lounge alone. Detective Arm arrived after that and saw the sus figure, who is actually Director Cosmos, standing in the lounge. And that's why she fired those 2 warning shots.
I've been hit! I've been hit on the starboard side!
Captain Wright, it's a direct hit on the enemy ship, sir. Magnificent shot.
Warning shots fired from the enemy ship. Prepare to intercept. Cosmos, you told a lie in this court once again. I've been hit! I've been hit on the port side! The enemy has called in reinforcements!
You know, you could straight up just say no to this. You could say no, that didn't happen. Like, no one could. I can't prove that this happened.
Yeah, this is a wild thing that we're throwing out, and you're just rolling with it.
And he's just like, oh. I mean, the fact that this dude has fully, like...
Yeah, you found me out!
Oh, no!
Oh no, you've hit! We're playing Battleship! Ah!
The Cosmo Control Center, requesting permission to ask that you return to reality.
But my ship will not go down to anything less than the ultimate weapon of evidence.
Objection!
Yeah, that's fair, but I do have evidence. Do I?
Yeah, of
Yeah.
course.
We could say that your battleship bears a scar. Oh, well, yeah, okay, but he said that that was because of... Okay, whatever, it's fine. Yeah, that's Cosmos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If Director Cosmos
Yeah.
is a third person, Aura Blackwell saw. This third person fired at Detective Arm
Stuff.
and Detective Cosmos with their gun. And in return, he directly detective fired her warning shots. Isn't that how it really went down fuck, whatever. We saw this 5 minutes ago.
It looks like you determined if the survival. Yeah, you're absolutely correct. The mystery person fired upon us.
Director
Yay.
Cosmos must have been the one who fired the 10 caliber gun. He's got a little itty bitty gun.
Oh, baby
When
gun.
Detective Arm
Crystal.
discovered him in the lounge, it only makes sense that he would have turned and shot her. Therefore, the evidence on the director's body is of a different kind of relevance than before. Once we compare it against the other piece of evidence, the mark that you received from the third party will be all the proof we need to prove that you were the one in the lounge. I guess we can. The hole is a 10 caliber of a 38.
Brace for further impact. I was trying to try a bunch of different sounds and none of them worked for a while. I couldn't get any of them to register.
Mm.
Comparison against this piece of evidence will prove that you were the one in the lounge.
Take that!
I guess either one of them, right? The 38 caliber bullet found in the floors of the crime scene didn't hit that oxygen tank. It hit Director Cosmos' metal. If we had that ricochet mark on the metal analyzed, I'm sure the caliber would match up. And if that mark proves to be from a 38 caliber bullet, it will prove that you are the third person we've been looking for.
Yeah! The bridge is destroyed! Losing altitude! All hands abandon ship!
If that's true, then what about the bullet that hit the oxygen tank?
It was the 10 caliber bullet. In other words, it was the bullet fired by Yuri Cosmos. Isn't that right, Director?
No, you got it all wrong.
Okay, but he missed. He didn't kill anyone.
What? The engine have started again? It's a miracle. I'm not going down yet.
Witness, stop this at once and confess to the truth.
If you don't want the history books to say a great man was a great liar.
Then accept your fate and tell the truth.
Are you giving me orders? Me, the great director of the Cosmos Space Center. But the cosmos revolves around me.
God, his mustache.
Someone get me off this thing. I'm trying to rep, like, I realize the voice I'm doing is me trying to do the voice of, like, Doug's Pajama Sam.
Order in the court. Someone please stop the witness from spinning.
Making me very dizzy.
Phew. Thank goodness we were able to stop him from spinning off the face of the earth.
While he was twirling, I took the liberty of running an analysis on the mark on the metal. Made by a 38.38 caliber bullet, matching it with the size of Detective Arm's firearm.
Are you ready to confess the truth, witness?
No, you got it all wrong. There's just a misunderstanding.
Is he going to start piling on more lies?
Looks like it. But no matter how many lies he tells, I'm going to expose them one by one.
Expose.
I'll make that big liar tell the truth. Are we doing it to be continued already? Damn.
Oh my god. Oh my god. The timing.
Perfect timing. I figured
Oh,
that to be continued would come if we were. Wow, I guess Black Roll's really avoiding his sister. Like, she would be a perfect witness right now. Alright. On Sunday. Silent Hill. Silent Hill 2. Silent Hill 2. And then on Monday, more Outer Wilds. I feel like I'm close to the end of the DLC, but you never know. I'm close to something. I'm close to a greater understanding is what I'm close to. And then Tuesday Satisfactory Factory, and then Friday Mortis.
Yeah.
Woo! Spooky.
All of these games, every single one of those games is spooky.
Spooky.
Especially Satisfactory.
Satisfactory is the spookiest. Have you seen those cats?
Oh, it's true.
Okay. Good night.
Good night.